I'm going to turn our program on.
Sounds glorious.
Look at all the hunky boys.
Not people, brains.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen. Found them.
Where's your pass?
Screw your pass.
Due to the recent events that have occurred, effective immediately, all classes are suspended until further notice.
Sup. You're listening to Students of Horror, where we don't claim to be authorities on the subject,
but students of the genre expanding our studies one movie at a time.
Our assignment for this episode is 1973's The Exorcist. Ever heard of it? As we study the subject of possession.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah. Thanks for joining our study session. This should be a fun one. I'm Sam. I'm the one talking. I'm present for this one. Brian, are you here?
Present.
Excellent. Thank goodness.
Yep.
Ross, are you here?
Ross is absent.
Absent.
Yeah,
he's not here.
Was that him shouting it out?
Ross. Yeah, he, what did he do? He's in Iraq, actually.
On an archaeological
working
dig
on,
of sorts.
Yeah, exactly. So we wish him luck.
He said he found a really weird, cool looking stone and he's ready to come back and show it off.
Great. I can't wait to see it, Ross. And we are not alone. We have a very special guest. Shout out. Let's everybody give a warm welcome. Listeners, prepare yourselves for a great guest, our friend, Kate. Kate from Down Under. I don't know what you want to say. Kate.
Yeah, that works.
Welcome to the show. Are you here?
I am here. Hello there. And thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to join you.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. We've gotten to get to know Kate in the Discord, in our Discord. And she has started she's joined some podcasts. She's part of some podcasts now. So we wanted to have her on the show. Kate, can you tell our listeners about the shows?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm 1/3 of Pizza Bones True Crime. So we recently became a standalone podcast on the You Run Podcast Network. And all our back episodes can be found on You're Gonna Eat That Crust, which we were previously on. So that's me, Greg, and Nate, and we talk about true crime in a lighter kind of way with a little bit of humor, some movie reviews. We just did an interview of a cast and director for a short film.
Nice.
And I'm also one half of Why We Love with Justin and Kate on the Pop Culture Reflections podcast. So we just pick movies, actors, music, albums, kind of everything that we love, and we talk about it because we seem to love a lot of the same things. So yeah, and that's also on the You Run Podcast Network.
Fantastic. So be sure to check those out. I know I have. They're both a lot of fun, and we'll have the links to all that in the show notes.
Of course we will. And before we continue, we must take a moment to thank our study buddies whose generous support keeps the club strong for just $3 a month.
That's right. Want to support the show in other ways? Subscribe, rate, review, comment, share the show. Jump into our Discord. It's free for anybody. Links for all that in the show description as well.
Yeah.
Now, all students present, guests invited, and study buddies about.
The foreign exchange student, right? I forgot. That's the.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. It works even better than
truly.
Last time we did was with Scotty. Mm-hmm. He put on that whole
he was just
accent
on the other coast. Yeah, this is genuine. Across the globe, we're potting together.
Mm-hmm. Long distance.
And now we're going to crack open that goo book and officially begin this meeting.
Give me that goo.
Starting with our log line. When a mysterious entity possesses a young girl, her mother seeks the help of 2 Catholic priests to save her life.
Nailed it. Mm. We got a few taglines for this one, quite a few. This one's fun. What an excellent day for an exorcism.
That is a fun one. It certainly makes it sound like a lot more fun than it is.
It seems a little more lighthearted, especially in how I read it too. But even like, what an excellent day for an exorcism. Like, I don't know how you... Excellent.
It's hard to... Yeah.
Yeah.
If I read that on a poster, I'd think, all right, let's do it.
Fun.
Sun's shining. Yeah.
Let's go.
Next tagline. Something almost beyond comprehension is happening to a girl on this street, in this house, and a man has been sent for as a last resort. This man is the Exorcist.
Bit lengthy.
Yeah, a bit long. I'm pretty sure that The Exorcist at the end is actually the title on the poster, but still bit long.
Yeah, I agree. Here's another long one. Something beyond comprehension is happening to a girl on this street, in this house.
Oh, it's the same
it's
one.
the same one. That's a reading. I'm like, this is very familiar.
My bad. So the next one is just three words. It's the devil inside.
Mm-hmm. That one works.
It works, yeah. It reminds me of those like Spencer shirts that said evil inside instead of, I don't even remember, Pentium. What was that?
Oh, like a computer chip processor thing. And instead of saying like, Intel inside.
Intel, yeah. You got one that said evil. Ooh.
Yeah. I get it. I could totally see that as an edgy Spencer's shirt in general. Mm-hmm. Devil inside is me. Somewhere between science and superstition, there is another world. The world of darkness.
I might actually like that one best because I feel like the movie does a great job of sort of trying to balance science and superstition throughout most of it. Mm-hmm. Whereas all the other ones have really just hit hard on, yep, she's possessed and here's an exorcist. It's like, it takes a long time to get to that.
Because of the science. You know, I agree. It does a nice kind of little dash into what the world is a little bit better than the other ones, especially the wordy one.
Yeah.
Which one was like the one on the poster or something like that? Do you remember? I'll look it up.
I think it might be the wordy one.
Okay. That would make sense.
I'll read this last one while you look. It's also a bit wordy. Nobody expected it. Nobody believed it, and nobody could stop it. The one hope, the only hope, the Exorcist.
Okay. That's fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Something almost beyond comprehension is happening to a girl on this street, in this house, and a man has been sent for her as a last resort. This man is the Exorcist. And that's not part of the title, at least on here. Like, it has Exorcist above.
Oh, it's not?
And it has that.
Okay, I'm in a dark room. That's kind of scaring me a bit when you use that voice. I'm reading that out. I'm like looking around.
Keep it lighthearted.
Sorry.
Bring it up again.
No, you're good. It's me needing to grow up. It's all fine. I'm on edge from this week's viewing. It's all good.
From The Exorcist.
Well, I'll say I think I like it seeing it on the poster better. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Hearing it, it doesn't work well, but seeing it works better.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Movies are made by people. The people that made this movie are, well, it was directed by William Friedkin and it was written by William Peter Blatty.
Correct. Thank you, Sam. Did you know that the director, William Friedkin, also did a movie? We did Bug?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now. The Guardian and The Devil and Father Amorth. I don't know either of those other ones, I don't think. But definitely familiar with Bug now. And William Peter Blatty did The Exorcist 3 and The Ninth Configuration.
That's right. And apparently people refer to those as like his... I can't remember. Holy Trilogy? Unholy Trilogy?
That would make sense
like
too.
That. The Exorcist 3, and The Ninth Configuration.
Interesting.
Some of our key players in the film are, we have Ellen Burstyn as Chris McNeil. She was also in The Red Dragon, The Wicker Man remake, and The Exorcist Believer.
That was the newest one, right?
I believe so. Okay. Kate, can you confirm, was The Exorcist Believer the most recent one?
Yeah, that's the one that David Gordon Green directed.
Okay, yeah.
Came out a couple of
I
years
missed
ago.
that one.
I think I saw it.
I liked it.
I thought it... I have the same feelings about that one in this film.
Okay, interesting. That's not the Russell Crowe one. That was a separate Exorcist
that's like
type movie
that.
that came
Well,
out,
I think
right?
he actually started 2 different Exorcist movies.
Yeah, there's the Pope's Exorcist and something else he's in, which I fell asleep during the Pope's
And
Exorcist.
the
I don't know what
Princess Exorcist.
I think the Pope Exorcist has the one where he like is riding around on the little Vespa, and it's a funny image because he's a large man.
Yes.
Yeah,
and he's dressed as a priest doing it. So
We'll have Max von Sydow as Father Merrin. He was also in The Exorcist 2, The Heretic, Hour of the Wolf, Needful Things, and Sleepless.
Oh, interesting.
And The Force Awakens.
Oh,
Sure, yes, yeah, absolutely. I only have horror ones written down, but if you know other things... Oh, I know,
I just get really excited about that link, so I had to throw it in. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, no, please.
We have Linda Blair as Reagan, Exorcist 2, The Heretic, Exorcist, Believer, Hell Knight, and uncredited in Scream as Obnoxious Reporter.
That's
there
right.
You go.
How about that?
Lee J. Cobb as Lieutenant Kinderman was in The Phantom Creeps. I'm not familiar with that.
Me neither. He was also in the original 12 Angry Men.
Oh, what do you know?
Jack McGowran as Burke Dennings. Jack was in The Fearless Vampire Killers, Captain Clegg, The Giant Behemoth, and The Brain.
Oh, wow. Those sound like old movies.
Old horror movies for sure. And we also have Jason Miller as Father Karras. And he was in The Exorcist 3 and The Ninth Configuration in all of the Unholy trilogy. And of course, there's many more, but we kind of only did these ones.
These are the ones we did.
They're the main people for sure.
Who is the horror forward?
I hope that wasn't too scary.
No, I'm good now. There's some sunshine coming in, so it's kind of balanced things. It's all good.
Perfect. All right. What subgenres does The Exorcist fall into? Well, we got possession, of course.
Certainly.
Got religious. I put drama because it's just, kind of a not like family drama, medical drama.
Medical drama, procedural.
Yeah, I think it fits there, yeah. Would it be psychological, maybe?
Yeah.
I would say so up until, the certain point. But yeah, plays that way.
I mean, there's some level of body horror in a much more, in a different sense, just the way the things that happen to her body. And
not body horror as defined as the definition is today, but horrific things happening to her body.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it falls under many banners, this one. It's got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Secondly, do you have any trigger warnings for this assignment? Certainly child endangerment.
Oh, yeah. Big one. Vomit, not for emetophobes.
Certainly. I have heard that it is because it is the pea soup, It's so, exaggerated.
Thick and not vomity looking.
Guess.
Yeah.
It might be okay, but I don't want to. But there is vomit. It's pea soup.
Yes, famously.
I mean, I'm not eating soup anytime after watching this movie, so I think the vomit's pretty triggering for some. I'm sure.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, any soup would have worked, right? Any soup kind of.
I mean, it would have conveyed the point. I think the green is very bright and
the green gives it something really special.
And works on this kind of like vile level.
Makes it evil.
Yeah. But like any soup, I guess you're right. You are right, Sam. I think any soup could have worked.
Yeah.
And then I guess maybe medical procedures, like difficult medical procedures could be triggering.
Yeah, especially the almost what feels archaic way it was done.
They don't do the ones in this movie anymore.
Yeah, like all of what was happening is just that I could see that being like set you off.
That was some of the hardest parts to watch for me. Like I was just like, I feel so bad for her.
Yeah. Yay for modern medicine, not 1970s medicine. Okay.
Right, which it doesn't sound like it should be that brutal seeming.
Right.
I think, not fear of needles, but queasiness about medical procedures is super common. So I think that's a really valid, I mean, and it's understandable because it's pretty intense what happens. And it's a kid it's happening to, kind of adds another layer. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's certainly a big part of it.
All right. Do you think this movie would please a gorehound?
Not a gorehound, no. It might please like a special effects person, but I don't think there's a lot of...
Yes.
Yeah.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
There's blood. That certainly happens, but like the people that are like, I need severed arms and just like copious amounts, you're not getting it from The Exorcist, and that's not what it's about.
No. But like, makeup and special effects are on point. So I think any appreciator of that would certainly enjoy this one.
Finally, is this a horror 101 movie or an upper level class? I think it's a horror 101. I think this is good intro.
I think so too. Just based on it's such a foundational
feels like
horror piece. I feel like, yeah, when you get it, whenever I first got into horror, it was like mandatory. I got to watch The Exorcist.
Like if in your early teens, like if you're in that kind of 12, 13, 14, getting into that range, not if like you're an early horror adopter, I don't think you should be watching The Exorcist, but
right.
Whatever, if you do and you're fine or not. But I think it'd be perfect, especially like in that range.
Was that age.
Middle school.
Yeah.
Getting into it, I think would be
7th or 8th grade.
And then above that, certainly as well, if you're getting into horror any point later on in life too.
Although it does, I mean, there's some, even by today's standards, it's a bit bleak and has some pretty like extreme moments, I would say. Especially, I think the child part of it is why, because you still don't see kids doing some of the stuff that's done in here.
Sure. No, that's a good point too.
Yeah, I think it's got some very shocking moments in it that stick with you. So for some people it would be, pretty full on and they wouldn't be able to handle it at a younger age. I might be talking about myself there. And then other people would just be completely fine with it. So, but yeah, there's definitely some extreme parts to it. It's just not consistent, I guess, through it all.
Right. Yeah. Which is what makes it more shocking, even, especially because a lot of the other moments are so sort of quiet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Spoiler zone.
Starting with IMDb behind the scenes. Boy, did this, I mean, I expected a lot, but this had...
Pazuzu did it.
Oh, yeah. Good one. It's like Ross is here.
Yeah.
This had more than anyone I've ever done. Usually when they have a lot, if it's a movie that has a lot, it's like maybe when I copy and paste it, it's maybe like 30 pages, 35 pages. This was 85 pages when I copied and pasted it.
And we'll be going through one by one.
Yes. And I will gladly read them all to you now. All right. Whittled down. Here we go. Shirley MacLaine turned down the role of Chris McNeil in order to make the similar, though much less successful, The Possession of Joel Delaney, 1972. Ironically, the characters of Chris and Reagan were based on her and her daughter, Sachi Parker, whom William Peter Blatty knew.
Interesting.
Yeah. The novel was originally a flop when first published, but after a guest dropped out of the Dick Cavett show, William Peter Blatty was chosen as a last-minute replacement. Then another guest dropped out, and he was given the remaining 45 minutes to talk about the book. It then shot to the top of the New York Times bestseller list.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if I really knew of the book before I knew of the movie.
Oh, I certainly did not.
Right.
But I mean, by the time... when we were kids, this was already parodied everywhere. It was just like in the ether, in the atmosphere.
Certainly.
It's possible to avoid.
I'm a little older than you two, so I knew of the book before the movie, only because my dad read the book on night shift at a psychiatric hospital as a nurse.
Whoa.
And he said it's the most frightened he's ever been in his life. And it's a heritage listed building now. It's in this country town. I'll send you a picture of the building. It's terrifying. And he basically said to me, you're not allowed to watch this or read it till you're 16. And then I did anyway, but
of course.
I listened to it. But yeah, I knew about the book because...
What did you do first? Watch it or read it?
I watched it and then I read it later because the book is actually, I think, scarier than the movie by far. Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. It feels like one of my biggest criticisms of the movie is that for me, it's too long. I feel like it could be shortened up and I feel like there's too many elements of the book that are better explored in a book than were explored in the film. And that's where it loses me.
Yeah, it does. The movie does follow the book pretty much bit by bit. So they don't really cut anything out. Yeah, you're right. Sorry to derail you.
Could have done that. No. They should have. Yeah, I agree with everything Brian said.
Oh, well, the original shooting schedule was 85 days, but filming in America lasted for 224 days. It's a lot of days.
That's way too long.
It's a long time.
That's like 3 times what it was supposed to be.
Oh, God. As production kept repeatedly going over schedule, according to Ellen Burstyn, she started having nightmares. The film had turned into a television series. Interesting.
Never ending. At around an hour and 34 minutes, filming the scene of Father Merrin's arrival required so much fog from the machines due to the wind blowing it away that nearby firefighters arrived thinking Georgetown was on fire.
Hey, what do you know? That's fun, though.
That's fun. It's such a quick shot, too.
Right.
If it hadn't been made into the poster, I don't know that it would be as iconic or stand out within the movie itself.
I think it could stand out. I think it's a strong, but it's hard comparing it because it's
a strong image, but it's so fast compared to everything else in the movie, which kind of tends to sit on things a bit. Although some of them are quick, like Karis boxing. Just for a sec, hey, he's also doing this.
The boxer.
At around 30 minutes, according to the official script, the candle's flame shooting up in the attic is due to the draft caused by Carl when he comes up the stairs behind Chris.
Oh.
And I just had to put that on there because that is a hell of a draft. How is that not some sort of supernatural flame coming from the candle?
Oh, interesting.
That's good to know. I always wondered, and it always gets me, that bit. I always jump every time.
Do you?
Yeah. Yes.
After reading it, and after reading that and then watching it again, even more so, I'm like, I don't buy it. I mean, the timing works out so they could say it, but that's a supernatural flame right there. I'll tell you what.
Interesting.
The effect of holy water burning Reagan's skin was achieved by pulling off pieces of latex with a hidden fishing wire.
It feels like it would hurt.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, she got hurt.
Yo, I know.
She went through
worse than that on the movie.
Well, I'm just saying, this is just one of the instances that I feel like is going to come up.
Be like having being waxed. Like
probably, I would imagine.
I wouldn't know, but it sounds like it hurts. This is another one where the director doesn't seem like he would have been fun to work for.
No.
Sure. It was this film in which makeup artist Dick Smith, who also did Scanners and Alder Sates, etc., was hired by Rick Baker, known for American Werewolf in London.
Hired Rick Baker, geez. Was known for American Werewolf in London, Videodrome, Hellboy, Star Wars, etc., as his assistant. Which we mentioned before. Yeah, the effects, I think, are really well done in this, and it's what really one of the things that stood out to me about it is how, even going back to it now, after some time has passed since I'd seen it last, that it's standoutish and noticeable as still great.
Really well
absolutely done. And Dick Smith started, if not the first, one of the first or one of the most renowned like special effects makeup schools in, I believe, in Los Angeles.
Even the basic makeup, like Max von Sydow, he's like 44 in this movie, and because I saw him as Lor San Tekka in The Force Awakens, and I was like, hang on, how is he still? Wasn't he like 40 years ago? And then, yeah, he wasn't.
It's like you were mind reading what Brian was going to read as the next review. No, it's fantastic. It's unbelievable.
I think that's the best makeup in the whole thing.
I agree.
Well, to make this appearance happen, much older than his age of 44, he was at the time, Dick Smith applied generous amounts of stipple to von Sydow's forehead, eyes, and neck. And then with the lighting of the movie too, I'm sure probably there's a lot.
Yeah, but he does look like I for sure thought he was an old man. And watching it again, like knowing that, he carries himself very well in that sense.
Yeah, it's great.
They also use glue somehow, and a different longer one that I cut. That the glue helps give like the wrinkled, aged skin appearance. Took 3 hours of makeup. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
And apparently he had played older characters in other stuff, and that's what Friedkin knew him from. So he was like, I want him as the guy. And then when Friedkin met him, he was like, wait a second, you're not old.
Oh, wow.
He's a time traveler.
Yeah.
That could be it too. They're just saying it's all this special effects, but it was time travel.
It's cover. Yeah. Definitely cover. The film was selected by the Library of Congress to be preserved in the National Film Registry 2010. I always love giving a shout out to horror movies that get there.
It's good. It feels like it took too long.
Seems like it should have been sooner, right? Yeah. especially because this was so well regarded when it came out, like nominated for multiple Oscars and things. It's not like a movie that people turn their opinion on over time. A shot-for-shot remake called Satan, Seytan, 1974, filmed entirely with a Turkish cast and crew, was released in 1974, often referred to as the Turkish Exorcist. It has since become a cult classic and a movie that I really want to see now.
I'm very interested in that.
I want to see it. Yeah. That sounds amazing.
Oh, wow. So, okay, that's cool. And like, don't they have, is it Can Everall making the Turkish coffee table?
Yeah, he sure is.
I like the idea of just making things Turkish. Let's go with it.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because that one's called the Turkish coffee table is what it's going to be called.
Great.
Both Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert gave the film 4 stars. This is amazing considering Gene Siskel was notoriously prudish about horror movies. He gave a thumbs down to Poltergeist, Aliens, and The Silence of the Lambs. Siskel frequently complained about the terrorizing of children in movies and complained about similar themes in Poltergeist. But he said that Exorcist had such stunning professionalism at every level, and the ending was so moving with the priests heroically sacrificing themselves for the child. He said he loved it. So there you go.
Crazy. I don't get it. But I know we always talk about them and their, horror movie opinions, so I kept it there.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, man. When, critics mattered. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, that was.
I guess what's that? Chris Stuckman, or the guy who made the YouTube guy that made the movie.
That's him.
But like, I couldn't. There's no movie critics I could tell you now, and I only know his name because he just made that movie.
Like, is Leonard Moulton still criticizing
up, there
things?
Were famous. I mean, he's still doing his book. Yeah, I only know because of Doug Loves Movies. There was another famous one just died. The Gene Shalit.
Yes. No, and I do remember that being much more of a time. Like, Siskel and Ebert had a
growing up,
show
there was like a bunch.
Segment or whatever it was that they did.
Yeah,
That's
and it was like important. Like if they gave two thumbs up, that was a big deal. Or like people cared about their opinions, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it has morphed. I think it's just like so many things. It's morphed into what is now TikTok
now
influencers,
make the best joke about
all
a
that
movie
kind
on
of stuff,
Letterboxd.
or whatever it is, and just there's so much nicheness for that now too. You can and an ability to just pull from anywhere. So it's like we don't need the Siskels and Eberts anymore.
We need them accumulated. We need them aggregated on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's all about the people.
Okay. Jason Miller, who plays Karras, was given a medal by a priest to protect him during filming, just like he's given a medal in the movie. But days later, the priest was dead.
He should have kept that medal.
Yeah.
Gave away his protection medal.
No, that seems one of those, tall tales to me, but it's too good. I had to leave it in there. Christian evangelist Billy Graham claimed an actual demon was living in the cellular reels of the film itself.
I believe he would say that, and that's
absolutely
great. I would say
kid,
he's
if you're
correct.
Not familiar, he sucks.
Yeah, I would have not been. I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah, you get the idea of the type.
Is the demon living in the book as well, or just the movie?
Oh, maybe. That's a great question.
Probably
I
both.
think demons in the printing press itself.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's when everything went wrong.
Yeah,
that's a good movie. Demons in the printing press. That's the name of the movie too.
Yeah. Yeah. Copyright, trademark, whatever.
I can't wait to see the Turkish
demons in the printing press.
Turkish printing press. That's great.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
I love it.
When originally released in the UK, a number of town councils imposed a complete ban on the showing of the film. This led to the bizarre spectacle of Exorcist bus trips, where enterprising travel companies organized buses to take groups to the nearest town where the film was showing.
Good for them.
That's wild.
I want to go on an Exorcist bus trip. That sounds like a fun day.
Also, I think I took them all out of here, but there was at least a dozen, stories of like, so and so went to a mental institution after seeing it. People ran around the theater naked because it drove them crazy. They jumped at the screen because it drove them crazy. Somebody, plenty of stories like that. I just took them all out.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit.
Quite a lot of hype around it. I wonder if it does play into I wonder if the first one started it all. Like they made make a newspaper headline about someone going crazy and jumping at the screen. Therefore, other people do it.
Oh, we got to go see this.
We got to go see it.
Handing out sick bags before the movie. And ambulance had to be called. Someone passed out. Yeah.
I wonder who was the little Sam in the theater.
Maybe
that
it was
just couldn't
children.
take it.
Maybe they were kids.
I believe it. But I like the idea of having, just thinking of that in today's terms of having a bus to have to take the demand of people to go see a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was also the amount, say you were a kid going to see that, you're 15, older than her, but still, young, the sort of illicitness of it makes it more exciting, but also even scarier, built up in your head before you see it. This has got to be unbelievable, do I actually want to go see it?
Kind of like with Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3, everyone, the buzz around it, the gore, everyone was trying to get in to see it.
Kids are seeing that like crazy though. My buddy's a middle school teacher. He said all the kids that saw those movies.
Well, it was R18 plus here. So when I went to see it at the movies, there was kids being turned away who didn't have ID. They were actually checking. Usually they don't check IDs, but for ours they do. And they
were released as unrated here. So because of that, you could be a kid.
Everyone was going. Yeah, no, they were pretty strict on it here.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember trying to see Jackass, and the first Jackass movie being under 18, and they were very strict on it. They had somebody outside of the entrance for the movie theater itself, the individual theater.
Yeah.
I remember trying to see Poison Ivy with Drew Barrymore, and I said I couldn't get in. Me and my friends couldn't get into that. So, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I've tried that too. But my brother one time, who was over 18 at the time, tried to get me and him to go see Dogma, but they wouldn't let me in.
Really?
Which is kind of,
because it's not a parent.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but it should just be a parent or a guardian. My brother could have been my guardian.
Well, listen, it's my dad.
The thing though is I think the week before he had taken me to see the South Park movie.
Oh, sure. So it seemed like it would have been no trouble, right?
Why is this
an issue? You get on the day, I think.
It really did that day. I remember who it was. I think I briefly worked with him.
Still got a grudge.
When I worked there.
That's funny.
Despite the studio's fears that the Motion Picture Association of America, the MPAA, would give the film an X rating, it got an R with no cuts whatsoever. The MPAA's decision, according to William Friedkin, was that it was a brilliant, intelligent film that deserved to be seen by a wider audience. Regardless, many Americans cities such as Washington, D.C. and Boston chose to disregard the decision and gave it an X.
I didn't even know that was possible. This movie's rated R, and they're like, no, it's not. X.
Yeah, we're playing it here. Take a bus to another city to see the R version.
Right. The R version.
Yeah. I think maybe it depends. In really conservative states, they might have just went, absolutely not. We're not.
I wouldn't have thought
DC,
of Boston or DC as, although
ones to do it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what the
what it was like in the 70s.
Atmosphere was like in
you had
the 70s there.
Catholicism is pretty big in Boston. I don't know about DC
to this day.
Maybe because it's set in Washington.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like, yeah.
Not my Georgetown.
I don't know why that would matter. People think weird things. Who knows? But
this is a bad representation. They're going to think everyone's just
they might have thought it would hurt their tourism.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
We don't want our people going to those steps all the time.
Too late.
Yeah. I've been to Washington, DC twice, and I keep forgetting to go to those steps.
Oh, really?
Next time I will make it my priority. But yeah.
I don't know where they are in relation to, I guess, normal Washington, D.C.
I think they're in Georgetown.
Yeah, I think
it's actually are legitimately. The true identity of the boy whose supposed possession inspired the novel was revealed in December 2021. His real name was Ronald Edward Hunkler, who grew to be a successful NASA engineer who patented a technology to help space shuttles withstand extreme heat. He never discussed his experiences and always feared exposure. He passed away in 2020, just before his 86th birthday. The debate of whether it was genuine possession or mental illness continues to this day. I just love that he, helped space shuttles withstand extreme heat. What a guy.
And same age as Max von Sydow. He was 86 when he died in 2020, I think, too.
Oh, how about that?
No, did he die in 2020? I might have just had my numbers mixed up.
I do not know.
Either way, good for him with science. Yay, NASA.
Yeah.
Yay, science.
I agree. I was fully engaged on like that whole trip to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching so much live streams of just the moon.
That was so joyous. It was so much fun. It gave us all something to really cheer for. I loved it.
It felt like, like I've always been like someone who likes space and like especially sci-fi, the fake stuff, but space stuff too. And it did feel like what was that classic feeling of watching a rocket go up, I guess, way back when. And it just had all that.
Well, one of the cool things in Florida growing up too is being able to like go outside,
see
and watch, a contrail or whatever you would call it.
Even from
the other side of the state.
From where we are, you could still,
you could still see like the cloud bit of it, the trail that it leaves.
That would be cool.
This was the first horror film nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. It'd be a long time, I think, before another one was. It still doesn't get the credit it deserves.
Good for it. If I were to leave right now and start driving, I could get to the Exorcist steps in 4 hours and 7 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Not
if you
bad.
go quick, me and Sam will just hold down the fort. You go and then you can record live from the stairs.
Oh, it's not that much. I could jump on a plane. It's an hour, 20 minutes away. Hopefully there's a flight real quick. And
Easy peasy.
Even quicker. Yeah. All right. Due to death threats against Linda Blair from religious zealots who believe the film glorified Satan, Warner Brothers had bodyguards protecting her for 6 months after the film's release.
That's another one I'm not sure is true, but it's fun.
I don't think it glorifies Satan.
I guess because they're making a film, like just because you're making it. And I guess it is. I don't know. I'd say glorifying.
I would say maybe the audience reaction to it may have glorified Satan in some way more so than the movie itself. People were like,
people into Satan.
The sick people that liked it.
Satan. I mean, I think it shows that the Satan's pretty bad and that he's not a good dude. I would think the church would be like, yes, that's the PR we want for Satan.
That's it. That's what happens. There, you want to know? Miss church next Sunday.
Mess with Ouija boards.
You're going to get that.
That's what's going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Attendance numbers went way up.
Right, exactly.
Do you think exorcism numbers went way up?
I don't know.
I reckon church attendance might have increased.
Or people thinking they were possessed. Did possession numbers?
I don't know. It wasn't an IMDb behind the scene, but I
think I did read that actually.
Before this, people didn't really know what an exorcist was. Most people didn't know because they tried to get him to change the title of the movie, but they insisted on keeping it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think people thinking they were possessed or that family members were possessed did go up.
I believe it.
Kind of skyrocket after this. Yeah.
Sure.
That would not surprise me.
And it was only a decade later you had Satanic Panic, right? So
Certainly. Satan was just getting ready. Well, around 48 minutes into the film here, Linda Blair's spine, as we mentioned before, was fractured when she's in the "Mother, Make It Stop, It's Burning" scene where Reagan's body is ricocheting up and down off the bed. The contraption lifting her up and down broke loose, permanently injuring her spine, and her screaming in pain was real. And the crew only stopped when at one point she screamed, "Really?" Or really, like, it's really hurting me, essentially, right? Yeah. Or not like, really?
Really? Nobody's helping me.
I'm not acting. Stop it. It does look really painful, actually. Yeah. It looks super painful.
Yeah. Well, it looks terrible.
That's a tough one.
A hard one to watch.
That's an intense. Yeah.
But apparently they only stopped because they thought she was actually saying Billy for William Friedkin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Billy?
She broke character.
Right. That's the only way they can actually stop. Yeah, break character. Jeez. Makeup artist Dick Smith once asked Linda Blair during the filming how she felt having to scream and swear for the film, and she replied, "Oh, it's not me. It's Reagan." Was she full method, Sam?
Love that child professionalism.
Very mature for her years. Yeah. Well, I think you'd have to remain somewhat detached from what was happening. It's probably smart.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. You definitely need to be able to step away from it.
I can imagine her, well, yeah, definitely, but also being able to have fun with it too. Just like, you know yourself. So seeing yourself in makeup is probably a fun way to act and like fully fall into it as well. And
you know, if you're in your mischievous, rebellious era, you get an excuse to yell cuss words and all sorts of things you wouldn't be allowed to do normally. Get away with it.
That line about my mother wasn't in the script.
Sorry, I just get lost in the character. You know, it's almost like Pazuzu really is inside me.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh my God. Child actors just go full method so that they can swear. I love it. At around an hour and 13 minutes, the crucifix scene was filmed on January 22nd, 1973, Linda Blair's 14th birthday. The cast and crew all celebrated at the end of the day. After that heavy scene.
You know, smash in
just walk out quietly with no
crucifix
words.
into child's privates and then be like,
it's like, and cut, and then they bring out
some cake. Oh no.
According to William Friedkin, Linda Blair was the only cast member who never got sick or missed any time while filming. And according to...
Well, you shoot for 244 days. I think
people are bound to call out a little.
Odds are... Yeah, no kidding.
And according to Linda Blair, William Friedkin would warn her before he'd fire a gun on the set so that she wouldn't be startled like the others. And now I remember going through the notes here. Now we get a whole bunch of gun talk that I had no idea
gun
about.
Stuff, yeah.
He had his ways of getting his performances. Jesus.
Yeah, he apparently would fire guns all the time to startle his actors throughout the movie. That was what I was saying, how he seemed like he would have sucked to work for.
Everyone looks super stressed.
Here's the gun bits.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The smoking was real. Everyone was smoking because they're so damn stressed. That wasn't in the script.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Rudolph Schundler, who played Carl, once blew his lines and almost fell down the stairs when William Friedkin fired a gun to startle him.
Oh my God. Poor Carl. He's lovely. I like him. He's a sweetie.
He gets an unfair shake. Max von Sydow would ask cinematographer Owen Roisman where William Friedkin's guns were hidden when he would arrive on set.
Guns. Where the guns were hidden.
Multiple guns. William Friedkin once had 4 different guns be shot simultaneously to startle his actors during the exorcism scene.
Oh my God. He's just like pulling them out from under the bed and it's like got these hiding places.
I like the idea that he has some sort of contraption that fires 4 guns at once that he holds it.
At once, yeah. He's got them all like on strings. It pulls them all at once. Jason Miller had a major verbal confrontation with William Friedkin after the director fired a gun near his ear to get an authentic reaction from him. He told Friedkin that he was an actor and he didn't need a gun to act surprised or startled.
Seriously, let them try acting first.
Yeah.
Right.
Last resort. We don't need to be shooting as a first option. Like, let them do the acting. Jeez.
Crazy.
Billy's terrible.
Yeah. I feel like if you need a gun to get your actors to act, you either need different actors or you're a bad director.
Director, yes. That's the bigger part there for sure. And then this was also the film debut of Jason Miller, Karis. He received an Oscar nomination for his role in this movie.
Oh, good for him.
I think that's deserved. He's great.
Yeah.
The acting's great.
He is really good in this. He's got that sort of intense, I feel like a gun's going to be shot off next to me at any moment.
Yeah, he does that really well.
Face.
Yeah,
almost
I get it. I feel it. It's almost like he was living it, but he's a good actor, so he didn't need to have a gun shot off by him, right?
Yeah.
Because that'd be crazy.
Right.
Just imagine Friedkin hiding in a bin somewhere and just jumping up and firing a gun.
That's even worse.
Comes
Like if
out
you're
behind a
working on
building.
set and you like, oh shit, guys, Freakin's missing. This is going to be a gun scene.
Was he a tall
Jesus.
man, or was he able to fit in hiding holes?
Oh, that's a good point. I liked him like blending in with the set and then just like coming out of it and shooting.
Dressed as a tree.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
He goes real all out.
He would go to that length, I bet. I would not be shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. A guy who wants to fire his guns off that much is going to figure it out.
Gun happy, yeah.
Hiding under Reagan's bed.
Got him. Jack Nicholson was up for the part of Father Karras before Jason Miller landed the role. William Friedkin thought he was too unholy to ever play a priest. Yeah, I mean, Jack Nicholson as a priest, it would be pretty.
That's
He looks
pretty
like a
good,
devil.
I mean, when I try to think about it, it's
Yeah.
hard. It's a tough one.
No.
At an hour 42 minutes, the wires used for the levitation scene were painted black and white in order to better conceal them. Lighting was also a factor. For years after the release of the film, William Friedkin claimed the effect was achieved using magnetic fields. What?
This fucking guy. He kills me.
He's just like standing on the side of the set being like, yeah, it's all magnets as he's like twirling his gun around.
Watch, I can shoot at you and the magnet will pull the bullet down before it gets you. Ready?
Wow. At around an hour in the extended version only, for years, William Friedkin denied the spider walk scene was filmed until it would be rediscovered years later and reinstated for the extended director's cut. So he just said that didn't exist?
And I had no idea that it wasn't. Like that. The spider walk on the stairs is so famous. I had no idea that it was like a myth until the extended version came out.
Do you want to hear some book info about that?
Sure.
Do you mind the book being spoiled a little, or are you?
Not at all.
I do not.
So the part in the book that actually made me have to walk away for a while, it's after something horrific happens with Reagan early on in the possession, but Sharon, who has the biggest balls on the planet, she's like a real one for staying in that family. And Chris, they're in the study, they're having a drink, and Sharon goes to get ice. And when she comes back, Reagan is spider walking behind her and licking at her ankles. And Chris is like, oh my God. And then they call the doctor, and then wherever Sharon walks, Reagan just follows her the whole time.
Oh God.
It's horrific. I listened to that section on the audiobook and nearly had a heart attack. I had earbuds in and I was like, no, because the audiobook is so good because he does the voices. But even like reading that, I was just like, absolutely not. So I'm glad they didn't film that because I would have had a heart attack.
I would have loved to have seen that. That's terrifying. For that reason,
awful.
that sounds terrifying. No, that does
right. Yeah.
give some interest to me towards the book. I am interested in kind of exploring the book, actually.
I was going to say, maybe I will listen to it. That sounds like a good way to do it. But I'm not, I do not care about spoilers.
Oh, okay.
No, sure.
I mean, I won't spoil a lot. There are a couple of really interesting things, but like the crucifix part is like 10 times worse in the book. They actually toned it down significantly for the movie.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's actually really difficult to listen to because it's kind of like because Reagan's like fighting against it, so it's a real like assault type vibe.
Oh,
yeah, it's really horrific. But I mean, it is pretty much the whole. The audiobook I listened to bits from it's on Spotify, and I feel like it might be Bloody that's reading it. He does the accents and the voices. It's like really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and. There's because Sharon, you know how Reagan talks about seeing a horse at the start? She's like, oh, can we get a horse? The person who owns the horse is a guy that Sharon's been dating. Like Sharon's not even living at the house. Chris, who comes across a bit nasty, but I mean, she's really going through it. So I get it. But she's actually put Sharon and this guy up in a really nice hotel so they can have privacy. They just cut all that out because obviously they need Sharon at the house.
Sure.
But like, there's a lot of little things that kind of glues a lot of stuff together. And
sure.
Yeah, but it's really good. Like it's a very good book, albeit terrifying.
Good. As it should be.
I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
So he says. I hope he can't handle it. That'd be fun.
Burn it.
I text you both. I can't sleep.
Put it in the drawer and walk
I need
away.
a cute picture.
I've been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers this week, put it that way, to get around it all.
That works.
Yeah.
Bob's is good. William Friedkin once received Holy Communion when attending Mass in preparation for the film. Being Jewish, he did not realize he had unwittingly committed sacrilege. William Peter Blatty was so shocked he contacted the priest who responded, "Don't worry, it can't hurt him."
Which I love. It's like, it's bullshit. Don't worry about
Priests
it.
are usually pretty relaxed about stuff. It's the other people that are like, oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's all bullshit. You're fine.
It's not really his body.
You're cool, dude. It's cool.
It's crackers, right?
William Friedkin once brought rotten meat and eggs on the set to create the foul smell of the demon. Some members of the crew got sick and ran to the bathroom to throw up. An upset Ellen Burstyn reportedly kept asking him where he wanted her to throw up if she got sick. That's terrible.
This fucking guy.
So now he's coming in with his guns, his raw meat, and whatever else he was doing. Magnets.
Did she say Christ
Lies.
Almighty? Because she says that like 40 times in the movie. Yeah, I can see her yelling at him, actually. She yells at a lot of people. I'd be yelling at him too. That's gross.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Me
And
too.
unsafe.
Yeah, it sucks. And the filming went on for so long, and I did notice there's now in the scenes where they're covering up, it's like, this must be authentic, but it must not bother him as much or her, gauging the different reactions of the people.
Yeah. Oh, that scene where they're hypnotizing her. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, here's another fun one. At around an hour and 13 minutes, Ellen Burstyn suffered a permanent spinal injury during filming. That's two. Both the
I'm going to go for the trifecta with Carl falling down the
Let's
stairs.
get the hat trick.
Three.
Right. In the scene where she is thrown to the ground by her possessed daughter, a harness connected to a rope was used to jerk her away from the bed. William Friedkin didn't think the first attempt looked convincing enough, and the scarf Burstyn was wearing also accidentally covered her face, so he wanted another take. Although Burstyn asked the crew not to jerk her away any harder, Friedkin advised them to do just that. Upon the second take, she was pulled so violently and landed so hard that she fractured her coccyx and screamed in pain. You can also see her reaching in back for reflex. So that's actually the shot they used in the movie.
Of course it is.
Oh, that's in poor taste. And she gets to relive it now whenever she likes. How nice of him.
Mm-hmm. He was probably
Wonderful.
shooting a gun off at the same
At
time.
around,
Stop crying. Yeah. God. What a dick.
At around an hour and 20 minutes, when Reagan projectile vomits at Father Karras, the vomit was intended to hit Jason Miller in the chest, but the plastic tubing misfired, hitting him in the face. His reaction of shock and disgust while wiping away the vomit is genuine, and Miller admitted in interviews that he was very angered by this mistake.
He does look. He looks like a gun's been shot near his, and I bet it wasn't, because that would freak me out if that happened in my face. I'd be pissed. Like,
all right, hold on. He's got the vomit on one string and the gun on another string, and he pulls them both at the same time.
or a water pistol filled with pea soup. It's like two birds, one stone.
All of it.
Oh yeah, exactly. He would. Oops, sorry, got you in the face.
Did the director get punched in the face multiple times during filming, or did he avoid any physical assaults?
You'd think he would have wanted to. There's worse than what was the last one we did with a
What?
director?
Was it The Shining?
Oh, Toby Hooper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Texas Chainsaw, but he wasn't this
No,
bad.
this is
It
another
was
level.
at
Yeah.
all.
This is crazy. I'm gonna like to imagine watching this movie now, and every scene wondering when the gun was fired, because it had to have been once per scene at least.
Yeah.
At around 45 minutes in the arteriogram scene, the bearded man who assists the doctor is Paul Bateson. He was an X-ray technician at NYU Medical Center where the scene was shot and managed to get the small part. In 1979, he was convicted of the murder of the film critic Addison Verrill and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. However, he bragged about and was a suspect in the murders of 6 other men whom he said he picked up in gay bars, had sex with them, and then murdered and dismembered their bodies and put them into plastic bags, quote, for fun. From 1975 to 1977. This is a fun one. They were known as the, quote, bag murders. Although investigators believed his story, he was never officially charged, and those murders have technically never been solved. Bateson was released from prison in 2003. The whole story revolving the bag murders was later fictionalized into Cruising from 1980, which was ironically also directed by William Friedkin.
Full circle moment.
Yeah. Bizarre, weird. And there's a few, like true crimey behind the scenes things that fall into this that are like, the real ones and not all the who knows what happened at movie theaters.
Paul Bateson would later go on to say, I was traumatized after having a gun fired off near me so often.
Yeah, don't be firing the gun when they're putting the needle into her neck. It's
oh my God.
Right?
Let's not do that.
That's tough.
Oh God.
Okay, we're almost there.
The film was mentioned in the last letter sent to the press by infamous Zodiac killer, the unidentified serial killer who terrorized Northern California during the 1960s and 1970s. He wrote, I saw Plus think The Exorcist was the best satirical comedy that I have ever seen.
What an
Jeez.
I feel like that's the Zodiac killer being like, does that freak you out, man? Aren't I freaking?
Didn't scare me one bit. Oh my God.
All right, last one. Mercedes McCambridge, who I took her out of most of the stuff, but she did the voice for Possessed Reagan. And she did all sorts of weird stuff for her voice, like gargling stuff and tying herself down to get different sounds and different things. The son of Mercedes McCambridge, John Lawrence Fifield, who later adopted the surname of his stepfather and became known as John Markle, murdered his entire family before killing himself in 1987. He had been fired from his job at Stevens and Company on the 13th of November for an embezzlement scheme involving accounts belonging to his mother. A $5 million lawsuit was filed against both him and McCambridge, although she was later cleared of any criminal activity. On the 16th of November, he murdered his wife Christine as well as his 2 daughters, Amy and Suzanne, while wearing a Halloween mask in their home in Little Rock, Arkansas. He then placed 2 guns to his head and shot himself in both temples simultaneously. In his suicide note, he admitted responsibilities for his crimes, but he also left a long and bitter letter for his mother. Oh,
wow.
Tough. So
shout out to Eileen Dietz too, who was the physical manifestation of Pazuzu. She's on Cameo. I got a cameo from her for someone for their birthday. I also have a painting of Pazuzu in my house. It's nowhere to be seen. I don't have it where I can walk.
Does it
scares me a lot. I don't like it. I've got a painting of an oil painting of the scene where he arrives. I'm okay with that. But Pazuzu is away. Pazuzu is not in a high traffic area. Yeah.
No, you need it at the end of a long hallway with like a dim light over it so you can always just barely see the outline of Pazuzu.
Yeah, I think that's a great. I've got a picture of the nun as well. Yeah, no. But Bella set up a nun for me to walk in on, and if she does that, I told her I'd disown her. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's probably going to be set up somewhere on a wall after recorded this, all of its own volition.
Yay.
Yay. But yes, shout out to Eileen Dietz. She was the Linda Blair's like kind of stunt double / like you're a kid so you can't be doing all of this under the makeup quite a bit. Okay, that's the end of IMDb behind the scenes. I know there was a lot, and there will actually be some in here as we finally talk about this movie. I said the premise is, what if a troubled girl was actually possessed?
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, right? That's the premise.
Yeah, what if science couldn't answer what's wrong with a girl and its actual possession? Along those, it's the same thing, but yeah, that is the basic premise, I think.
Yeah.
That works. I think they are having something, the troubled girl, something about science in there works because I feel like there is this narrative of that, of like, what do you do when science can't find the answer?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's kind of like the main thread of it too. Like they're trying so hard to exhaust all scientific options before finally reaching that conclusion. And with Father Karras and Father Merrin are Jesuit priests, so they're an order that pursues the intellectual as well as the religious. So they've got that sort of back and forth as well. So it's kind of a whole theme.
Yeah, it works for me. I get very touchy around any religious subjects. It can turn me off from something very quickly. But I think the way that's balanced in this, it can also make it more interesting. It just depends on how you handle it. And it works for me in this circumstance.
Yeah, the priests in this are really likable to me. I think they're really good guys who really want to help. So, which might not be something we're used to seeing.
And they're flawed. You know, we see them getting drunk, being emotional, being like a showman, all these different
crisis of faith.
They're human.
It's all kind of happening. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I am going to do my best to run through the plot of this real quick so that give a reminder to anybody who hasn't seen it recently, and then we can keep plowing ahead. So movie opens on Iraq. Father Merrin, old von Sydow, silently walking around for a while. he finds a little like statue, a small one, and then he walks over to a big one. Now we're in Georgetown. Chris McNeil, she's an actress. Has her daughter Reagan, who's 12 years old. They live in a house with hired help. She's filming a movie in Georgetown with this guy, Burke Dennings. We meet Father Damien Karras. He's a psychiatrist, priest at Georgetown University. He goes to visit his mom in New York City. She doesn't seem to be doing very well. He tells a buddy of his he's having a crisis of faith. Now Chris is hosting a party. Everybody's singing around the piano when Reagan comes down and pees in the carpet in front of everybody, and it's all very uncomfortable, but they're understanding the party guests and end of the party, though, needless to say. Now Reagan's bed starts shaking and Chris jumps in it with her. This is after Reagan's already told us that her bed shakes at night, and we also had her playing with the Ouija board to talk to Captain Howdy. So we see it actually is shaking. Meanwhile, Father Karras's mom died. Reagan's personality is now becoming more violent. She's starting to use very nasty, salty language. During a house call, she gets like hypnotized and tries to rip a guy's dick off.
Something.
As you do. Yeah.
That's what it seems like is going on there. It's implied. We don't quite see it. Now, Burke Dennings, the director of the movie, I'm guessing the movie was finished or is not going to be finished. They don't really say. But he's dead. He's found with his head turned backwards at the bottom of some stairs. And he had actually, the last place he had been was to watch over Reagan while one of the people ran an errand. So this detective who's studying the case is like, well, if the head was like that, that could have, maybe a really strong man did that before throwing him. And it would have had to have been thrown out of the window of this house for some reason instead of just in front of the stairs. So detective meets with Karras to talk to him about witchcraft and the desecration at that church. Then he meets Chris to talk to her about where the last place Dennings was saw, gets his autograph because he's a fan of hers. He's a big movie guy, movie buff, this detective. He leaves. Reagan has another fit. This is the crucifix scene where she's stabbing herself, masturbating with the crucifix, asking for Jesus to fuck her, whatever. She is crazy to say aloud. Like, it's crazy that this movie is like 50 years old and it's still like
shocking.
Has some pretty
vulgar moments.
So now they like strap her down to her bed and she's speaking in demon voices. Her face is getting all demony. Her eyes change color. Her teeth are messed up. This has been enough for Chris to be like, you know what? We've exhausted all these doctors. Doctors had suggested to me about an exorcist before. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But now I might as well try it. So she finally meets up with Father Karras. Demi, why you do this to me, Demi? He comes to meet with her and keeps being like, it's really hard to get approval for an exorcism. I don't know about this being possession. You really should explore science more. And finally he's like, you know what? This does seem like a possession. I'm going to bring it to the church. The church is like, yeah, you know what? You can go ahead and we can do an exorcism, but you're not going to be able to do it. I'm going to get somebody who with more experience in these things, which is our man from Iraq at the beginning of the movie, who we have not seen since. They call him in. That's Father Marin. He and Karras are going to do the exorcism together. They go visit her. That room is super cold now. Her room, that you can see everybody's breath in there. They talk to the demon. It floats up in there. The power price compels her to not float up in the air. Now they take a exorcism break, and Marin's in the room by himself for a minute. And when Karras comes in, he's dead. And Regan is no longer tied up. And Karras kind of loses it and grabs Regan and throws her on the ground and starts hitting her. It's like, get out of her, coming to me. Get out of her, coming to me. Demon Pazuzu obliges, jumps into Karras. Regan is free. Karras kind of gets a moment of himself again and jumps out that window, blasts through it, goes down all those stairs, goes to die. That his priest friend that we've seen throughout the movie comes in, has him do a little confession just by moving his hand, and so that he can die, and move on to heaven. And then we see Regan's fine. She's leaving. And that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, she's fine. She doesn't remember anything.
She scratches, but yeah, she's like that.
Yeah. Gives the priest a hug.
Yeah, she recognizes that the clerical collar. She kind of has a...
She stares at his collar, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give you a kiss on the cheek, sir.
I do wonder if she does remember, and she's just telling her mum, I don't remember anything, but...
I think I took it as like her, like, there's something about this that, like, why, like,
you're a safe person.
This seems like
you're a good guy.
This did something for me. I wasn't feeling good. I can't remember things, and this helped me somehow.
Yeah.
The church.
Very pro-church, this movie.
Yeah, that's what it feels like at times. But so now that we got the story, let's go ahead and talk about that opening and if that intro did enough to draw us in. And that intro is really the biggest part of it, is this whole Iraq scene that, I mean,
it's 10 minutes.
I would say maybe would do more for me if it felt like it had a more not importance, but like more
for the rest of the story, the rest of the movie.
Yeah, as opposed to just pulling him back in towards the later part. Now I can only assume that the book has more that is like more not consequential, but substantial, like with the priest in the book, maybe that all that makes sense.
Yeah, it does explain a bit more that so Father Marin, being a Jesuit, he's a paleontologist and a philosopher. So he has met Pazuzu before, which is, if you've seen Exorcist the beginning, that's Father Marin when he's younger. So he's kind of aware. And honestly, the opening sequence is much more poignant when you go back and watch it again, I think, because you realize that he's met this demon before, he's defeated it before. He's waiting for it to come back. He knows he's going to have to face it again. And he finds the statue. And then he's kind of like, because when he gets handed the telegraph when he's back at the seminary, back in America, he doesn't open it because he knows what it says. He knows it's telling him that Pazuzu's back and we need you to come do an exorcism. So I think in hindsight, it's a lot more, it's kind of disjointed the first time you watch it. You're like, why is there an archaeological dig? What's this about? But there is a lot to it underneath. Yeah. Like an archaeological dig.
Well, so I think it could not be in the movie. as a movie, it feels like something that, like Brian touched on earlier, works in the book, doesn't work in the movie. All the things you're saying, I wouldn't have gotten any of that. Like, I'm wondering if the book, your background in the book informs your viewing of that scene, or maybe because, like, for me, it's just he gets the little statue and then it goes to the big statue. If it gave some sort of hint of premonition, then I don't get it.
Yeah.
I think I understand what you're saying, Sam. And it's in the sense that, like, I think I only kind of see that he has somehow had an encounter with Pazuzu in the past, and that's why he's coming back. I think maybe I just would have wanted more explanation, more something there. I guess it wasn't as clear to me that he had actually gone to Wits, met him and done something against Pazuzu. Besides, we kind of get told that he has dealt with an exorcism in the past, but I guess I don't think I directly connected that to
that's
Pazuzu,
later.
and that's again later at the same time as well.
I didn't the first time I watched it.
I will say it definitely makes more sense on a second watch.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. But it's still, I don't think, like, totally clear, or in my opinion, necessary. I know a lot of people, love this movie. They're not going to a lot of the takes I have coming up.
It shows that he's got a heart condition as well, and that he's fragile.
Yeah.
He's well loved by his colleagues.
There's a lot of cool shots in there too. I'll say that.
Yeah, it does look cool. There's some dogs.
I agree. I believe the symbolism's there, and you could think about it and look at it as, like, you see a sort of, visual confrontation with Pazuzu. And I think you could extrapolate a lot out of that. But
I think there's also such little dialogue. A lot of it's just him walking around.
Yeah. And there's even more of it in the extended one. That's even longer than, not a lot longer, but there's sort of more that happens. But.
I watched both versions for this.
Okay.
So
yeah, both are good.
I forget which version I watched, but
did you watch the Spider Walk, or the Spider Walk's the extended? They added that in.
Okay, so that's what I watched. I feel like I either wanted a little bit more to get some more backish story somewhere or something, or I wanted a little bit less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he had got like a flash of Pazuzu or a flash of something, because what's interesting later at the end during the exorcism, that statue that he goes to visit and stares at appears in like next to her backlit during the exorcism.
Yeah, so there's the link.
So it ties it together there.
Yeah.
I wish they had tied something in the beginning, maybe that we don't see till the end, and now we're like on a rewatch, we could be like, oh, that's the future coming back, and that connects to both timelines. Is what I'm saying making sense at all?
You want some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, like where that, like the statue that
something
he's
where
seeing
like
in
maybe
the beginning.
he sees Reagan like walk by somewhere or something, somewhere to show the premonition-y part of it in the opening, and not just later in the film.
I mean, I'm glad the part's in. I think I totally agree that it's very confusing on first watch. Like, I hadn't read the book when I watched the movie. I read the book years later. But I know that, on first watch, I was like, this is cool, but I don't know what it's got to do with anything. And it's something that pays off after it takes time to pay off. Like the whole movie for me, I think it's a glorious slow burn, which I know
agree.
drives people crazy.
It certainly takes time to pay off.
Hey, you're on thin ice, mate. You guys beat us at football. You better not. No, I'm just kidding. It's all good.
It's interesting because this was essentially like a first time watch for me. I haven't seen it since middle school.
Oh, wow.
Because I was so excited because people said it was the scariest movie ever.
Yeah.
And then I was pretty disappointed because at the time I was still scared by movies, so I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
And not being scared was disappointing.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because I'm still scared by it. It's so funny how different things scare different people.
So that reminds me. Are you religious, or were you raised with religion?
No, I wasn't. My dad taught me about religions, but I grew up in a very secular household. I'm not baptized. I'm an atheist.
Interesting.
And I don't believe in God or the devil, but I'm scared shitless of it in movies. And I suspend my disbelief enough to go, that would suck. And that's terrifying.
Sure.
So it's interesting how I think I'm just really good at turning off my own thought process when I watch movies. But I think if I was religious, this movie would scare me even more. If I thought this was really could happen.
I grew up pretty much up until eighth-ish grade or so here. Going
when you
to
saw The Exorcist,
Sunday mass, going to Catholic mass, going to Sunday school, and like I had that kind of upbringing.
Catholic.
Not the whole time I was doing that as well. Did I truly believe in anything? I think when I was younger, I was indoctrinated enough with going there.
Yeah, you're just doing what you're told. You're a kid.
That I did. That I have some sort of like that's just in my brain because of it. But I rejected it probably quickly once I started thinking for myself. So I don't know how it makes me feel about the terms of like the scariness of it for this movie. Unfortunately, most things now, I don't think things like this truly scare me. Moments of suspense and like that kind of stuff. Like if I'm in the movie and feeling like the thrill of that, I guess would be the closest to being scared. But I don't think I get from stuff like this and too many like thoughts afterwards that like linger with me. The things that scare me now is existential dread, I guess. So if you're going to be having me think about that, this doesn't do that. So I guess I don't think I have that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, I watched this and I don't know what parts are supposed to be scary. Like,
well,
I mean, I guess when she's possessed.
Yeah. I mean,
or is it more the concept of being possessed that scares you, or the way she acts while she's possessed?
Having a little Reagan spider walk around your house, right? That's the thought of that's scary.
I think it's the visuals, like that close up where Reagan's face is just the center of the shot, and it's when Merrin's on his way. It's like Pazuzu knows he's coming, because you know when Merrin walks in and Reagan just screams out Merrin, like, because she knows he's arrived. That bit sends chills down my spine. But I can picture that so clearly, that visual, and the bit where she's like just got the possessed face and she's talking as Bert Dennings, and like Halloween Horror Nights did a maze. I think it was 2016. I did shove my child in front of me in that maze. I was that scared. Bad parenting. But there was a couple of rooms with Reagan on the bed and then the priest. In one of them, the priest was an animatronic, and I thought he was in the second room. And I was just standing next to him waiting for, the people to catch up, the group I was with. And he turned to me and I ran into a wall. He scared me that much. And this is the priest. It's not even Reagan.
Amazing.
I didn't realize he was a real human. And
That's smart,
it was a little embarrassing.
An animatronic one in the first one.
Because I was like, oh, I'm fine, I'm safe. But no, he was a real person. And the start of the maze, when you walked in, it was her spider walking down the stairs. So it started strong and got me on edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I came across, like, I find myself picturing her face when I'm scared, and I have to talk myself out of doing that because I will work myself up, which sounds really silly. I know.
I'm assuming the possessed face. Just picture her little cutesy face.
I know, because she's really cute. She loves pottery and horses. She's
adorable.
And board games.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be playing. And there's a psychic at that party in the book, actually, who holds Reagan's hand. She shouldn't be playing. And she says, take the Ouija board off her. Like, shouldn't be playing with that,
I think I always forgot that it was a Ouija board. I guess that's what opens the door to Pazuzu, right?
Captain Howdy, yeah. Jerk. Have you guys watched the TV
Captain
series?
Jerk.
Captain.
No, I haven't seen anything outside of this.
The TV series is pretty good.
Related.
You need to go into it blind, but it's very good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's just possession in general, like this type of thing. Maybe because of my religious hesitance, I've never been too interested in possession movies.
That's interesting. Voice more than the face, even the voice is terrifying.
It's a good voice. No, it does a good really voice. Well. I have been interested in possession as much as I think of it as a ridiculous thing. For some reason, I find possession movies interesting. I think some of them can be done well enough and different enough. There's certain movies out there. The Taking of Deborah Logan is an interesting possession movie, and there's all these other things.
Oh yeah,
and just done in different ways. But yeah, I think that watching it this time around, the one thing I didn't like is how, I mean, it is archaic, almost scientific procedures of the time and everything, but how much it makes it feel like science is so wrong. When
right, oh, it's which definitely a heavy
right,
Catholicism is the way, Jesuit, whatever.
Exactly.
Well, they're Catholic priests. It's just like a special order of the priests, so they're definitely they're Catholic. But I think Yeah, that's true actually, because they try and they really do exhaust all those options, and they almost present it as like a placebo. Like, look, if she's convinced she's possessed, if we do an exorcism, have you talked about getting a priest? But then it turns out it's really hard to get an exorcism. You can't just like order one through Uber Eats.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Like, how do you even know what that is?
Yeah.
I will say, so the part that does watch one of the times, being a parent affects your viewing of the movie. The part that scares me the most and that I relate to most is Chris watching Reagan like go through these medical tests, and then the stuff that's happening at home and trying to save her, and there's like nothing she can do. That's the part that just really gets me.
It feels shitty watching someone you love go through that kind of stuff, and like the feeling of not being able to do anything through it all. Especially if we keep reaching the archaic nature of it, like literally like whatever the fuck they have to do to. Why is the needle going into her? What is that procedure with the needle going into her neck that shoots blood out for a while before they finally cap it?
Atrial thing you said.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, they do like a contrast dye.
Is that what that is? Because like, I've seen what that is now. Like to get a contrast dye for like imaging of like the brain and the body and all that kind of stuff is a lot better than then. I did notice in the machinery too, like some of it even almost looks rusted, like how like archaic it looked. Like I was like, oh, this seems anyway.
Yeah, and you wonder, I find like watching this, so I was told, you can't watch it till you're 16, and my dad didn't really restrict me a lot. Like he let me kind of decide what I could and couldn't handle, but in this piercing my ears was off limits till 16, and watching this or reading the book, and then I watched it at a slumber party when I was about 13. Wish I hadn't, because it really did upset me a lot, and Dad was very understanding because I think he knows that, that was kind of likely to happen. But I think when you get older and you put yourself, because when you're younger, you're kind of thinking about how Reagan's feeling. But as a parent now, or even just as a grown up, you sort of think, well, even if you don't have kids, you're like, well, would I stay? I would stay if it was my child, but the house staff, they don't need to stay. They could bow out and go, look, you know what, this is a little bit too much of a job description for me. My pay grade is way below what you're asking of me. And Sharon's in there like bathing her, changing her when she looks like that. She's a very, very loyal staff. Because I mean, I get why Chris stays, and I get why Chris is really pissy with everyone. Sorry, am I allowed to swear?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, you can't blame her for anything.
I get why Chris is super stressed. And I get why she stays, because if it was my child, I would stay. But if it was my staff member's child, no, I probably wouldn't. So you put yourself in that position.
Yeah. Imagine working somewhere and their child, who's been a lovely, adorable child for the longest time, gets a little sick and starts saying all these like swear words and everything. Like, and then all the physical things start happening. Like, how do you?
Right. In the voice.
Like that's
like
tough
when she's strapped
out
in,
there.
She's scary.
I thought it would be tough. Yeah, it would be tough. I don't know. Because
and
you
they
have
think that she's killed someone.
Relationship already established ahead of time.
There's some sort of like suspect on that. Yeah, for sure. And like, it's weird to think about, because obviously if you're living in the world of the Exorcist, she is being possessed by a demon. So like, I guess, I don't know, like if I were some sort of caretaker, not even a caretaker, I worked at someone's house and their daughter or child, this started happening to them, I guess it'd have to depend on how long I've been doing that job to be how long I stay and help.
How connected you are. Yeah.
I'd be asking for a raise, though. I'd be like, well, I think this constitutes a pay increase.
Sure. I
wouldn't be going in there alone. Carl is really, and is it Willie? What's his wife's name? But like, they're all super loyal to her. So she's obviously, and you do see her being angry, but like, she's obviously a really nice person as well. She's very well liked, and I can see them wanting to help her, and I'm glad they stay. But if I was Sharon, I wouldn't be going in that room alone. I'd be taking the cavalry with me. Definitely. Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially at the point, I think at the point where the bed rumbles, right, is where you really
it's like lifting,
change a lot of things in perspective and get different people. And I don't know, something so that's
and the
where
head turning around.
Well, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, if I saw
that would do it.
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh, my child's on its own. No, but like, yeah, like that 100% is where you turn your disbelief off, I guess. But the bed rumbling.
Yeah, you're in a horror movie.
Yeah, you're like, well, fuck, I guess it's all real.
Yeah, because when the bed jumps, then she leans back and her throat gets all engorged.
Does the
and
bulbous thing, yeah.
weird. Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that
is,
first one.
When she's like growling
and then her
or
voice.
whatever.
When her eyes change.
Yeah. That's the point where I'd be like, okay,
This isn't good.
We're gonna go. I'm gonna go. She does quit in the end. Like, Sharon does leave eventually, and I think because she wouldn't be able to see Reagan the same anymore. You can even see Chris hesitating when Reagan's crying when it's all over, and she's like crying for her mother.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris is very much trepidation, like, is that my daughter or not? Because I don't want to hug you just yet. I would be wary as well.
Do we get a sense of how long the possession is? Like over days, weeks?
I think it's weeks. They put her on Ritalin at first, and they say like 2 or 3 weeks on Ritalin. I think that's in the movie as well. Yeah, he does. He describes it as though she's, And then because the doctor says, like, take this for 3 weeks. I feel like it's maybe like 2 months, maybe. There's no real specific thing given, but the Kinderman investigation is a lot more involved because the desecration, it kind of goes into more about, I think it's Reagan obviously doing that. She's getting out at night because you say she's strapped in, but you can see her walking around the room, which is horrific and terrifying to think of this little girl just running around Georgetown doing weird stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I got enough sense of that, her doing that. But if I had gotten that, I think that would definitely do more for me. The sense that she is doing more when she's not being watched, she's out being mischievous.
Because they talk about the Black Mass. Like, the Black Mass is like a satanic mass where they used to do pretty horrific stuff, actually. It's a real historical thing, and that's what the desecration is based around. So it's this like satanic desecration thing, and she would be aware of that, given that she has a demon inside her, I guess. She gets that knowledge. It's like Matrix-esque booted into her brain to know how to do it. Yay.
Well, we were talking about the opening. I do have some.
Sorry.
We'll get into those and then we'll go back to
So William Friedkin said he was often questioned as to why the opening sequence is in the film, and those questions result from people noticing how different it is from the rest of the movie. It is included, of course, to show Father Merrin's prior experience with the demon and to show he is having premonitions, a running theme through the film, that they will face off again. I don't see how it shows he has premonitions or that him having premonitions is a running theme throughout the film because he's not in it again till the end.
I was going to say, I agree. I don't know what it means by the premonitions thing. I got the impression that it's just like, yeah, we see him later in the film. So that's to establish in the beginning of the film that he has had some sort of prior knowledge. To me, it just feels like kind of knowledge of Pazuzu, and he's kind of encountered him through finding this statue or whatever
experience. Yeah.
And that he's done an exorcism, but I never, I think, really connected that he's been almost been this nemesis to Pazuzu for a minute.
It is a little flimsy. Yeah. It's there, but it's not. You got to really dig for it and read the book and rewatch it, and you got to work for that one pretty hard, I think. But it is there. But yeah, I get it.
William Friedkin had to take an all-British crew to film in Iraq because the U.S. had no diplomatic relations with Iraq at the time. They were allowed to film near ancient buildings and actual archaeological digs on condition that included teaching Iraqi filmmakers advanced film techniques, as well as how to make fake blood.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's fun.
At around 9 minutes, according to William Friedkin, he wanted vultures to fly around the statue of Pazuzu in the opening prologue. So a slaughtered lamb was placed nearby. After a few days, no vultures appeared, but rumors began that a strange man from America was offering sacrifices to the demon Pazuzu.
That helps.
Lovely.
The reputation over there. That's so.
He's probably like, this is good. Let's just, he probably liked that. And he was probably shooting a gun off.
Yeah, exactly. He's hiding in holes in the dig.
Just randomly shooting a gun and leaving carcasses around. And Jesus Christ. Hey, Max von Sydow gave William Friedkin an ultimatum while filming the opening prologue. After 1 week's shooting in Iraq became several, saying he would only remain for another few days. So that goes again to the 85 days extended to 260, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long
Several
time.
weeks in Iraq shooting for
what they got.
That opening.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And it's not even that long a scene. I mean, there are a lot of people in it. It's probably logistically a tough scene, but geez, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like he really wanted to highlight some different parts of Iraq and just put this old guy in each bit. Okay, let's take a look at the technical execution of this one. How did the actual filmmaking and music, the whole, package, how did it play out for you?
So I think I mentioned it before. I think obviously the special effects are really stand out in this, and I think do a really good job even after all this time. Is really convincing and gross and icky in all the right ways to portray this, what is happening to Reagan with Pazuzu and all that. So I think please expand upon those. But I will also say that I did like the cinematography. I like, as much as we find the opening prologue ridiculous, it looks beautiful. The rest of the film has some really good,
I agree,
wonderful shots, and I think that holds it together. And even like, I was thinking about it in how compared to Halloween and the Halloween theme, that thing is just like throughout the whole movie. We only get like the Exorcist theme like twice maybe once towards the end.
Oh,
twice, yeah.
Yeah, so I think maybe in the extended cut it's just once, or do we get it at the end as well in the extended cut?
I just remember it coming again on at the credits, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a jam.
When they
okay,
walk
it's on at the
road.
credits. Yeah, we also get it early on.
Yeah, Father Dyer and Kinderman walking away, and also when Chris is walking home from set and she sees the nuns, and it's just like an autumn day.
Yeah,
it's playing
that's
them.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember that one.
And she sees Karis. Yeah,
yeah,
and that's
but those
great
two parts.
music.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Dennis Nielsen was a
score.
fan of Tubular Bells and Mike Oldfield, the English serial killer. Oh, no, he's Scottish. That was one of his favorite albums to play.
Oh, interesting.
Yay. Not creepy at
Well,
all.
sounds like a great time to mention this IMDb behind the scene because it relates to that song. William Friedkin had originally asked Lalo Schifrin to score the movie. Schifrin composed a piece of music and recorded it with a large orchestra, but when Friedkin heard it, he reportedly hated it so much that he grabbed the recording and literally threw it out the door onto the pavement, saying, "That's where it belongs."
He didn't shoot it?
Great. And then he pulled out a gun and shot it.
Jeez.
After this rejection, Friedkin was in the office of Atlantic Records chief Ahmet Erdogan when he noticed a copy of Mike Oldfield's just released Tubular Bells and was intrigued by the album cover. He placed it on the turntable, and after hearing the opening part, decided there and then to use it as the theme for the movie.
It's great. That's timeless. Yeah, and invokes
Worked out,
a feeling.
Asshole.
Yeah. You can't really think of it. If it was in anything else now, you would immediately think Exorcist. Yeah.
It is a great looking movie. That's the best I can say for the technical aspects. It's just shot well. The blocking, the framing, the wide shots, everything like that. Looks good.
I agree.
The panning, the tilting, the close-ups, all done well.
The far up, far aways,
establishing shots, the fades, ins, and outs. We're real technical here. We know our stuff.
If follows and fall into the ground, whatever you call that, when the guy gets his wiener grabbed by Reagan.
Wiener vision.
It does a good job at that.
Vision.
It's really revolutionized the industry. Did anything? So feel free to speak on things that you liked about technical, but did anything break your immersion or tug on your suspenders of disbelief?
Honestly, I can't think of anything that took me out of it. I always enjoy it, and I'm always really engrossed, and I'm always really scared. This movie just really stuck with me, and it has not let go.
All right, so you just actually gave me one because I didn't think I had anything. I think my immersion doesn't begin until about halfway through the movie. Maybe it's not that it's broken. I just I'm like pretty bored until
that's so interesting because that's what
I would
makes
say the
me
doctor's
immersed.
visit.
Yeah, you get to know these family and you see them to me, it just builds the suspense because you know that something awful is going to happen, and it just gives you enough to kind of know it's coming. Yeah, I understand that. I totally agree why you say that. And I know a lot of people feel that way. But for me, it's what makes it scary is the build up. It's so interesting.
Well, like for me, I would take out the Iraq thing because there's very little dialogue. You're just watching him do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would take out all the stuff with Demi and his mom, even though it is kind of great. Also, could just start with her being dead and him being upset about it. We don't need to see his relationship with her for him to feel bad about his mom dying alone. Like, I feel like anybody can relate to that without establishing a relationship ahead of time. Yeah, just generally pare down some of the other stuff, even with Chris and Reagan. I mean, there are aspects that I like, and I liked it more on a second watch, but really that first one was pretty. Even the medical scenes, they're hard to watch, but I'm just like, I feel like it's a lot of just watching people walk and then talk to each other quietly, which of course works well for the explosiveness that we get at the ending as a juxtaposition.
It does take a long time to diagnose and get to the bottom of, and you kind of feel like a fly on the wall, like you're watching her go through this process where she's frustrated because it's taking so long, and we're frustrated because we want it to get to the pointy end. But yeah. that makes sense.
I'm there with Sam more or less as well. I could agree with a lot of that. That being said, and a lot of the times I do like watching the more scientific nature of things, but I guess because of, I don't know what it is, something about it doesn't interest me as much in those natures. Maybe because it is such an old way to handle quote unquote science, and I'm just watching something that I'm like, I don't know.
Interestingly, I'm most of the time I'll enjoy a slow burn. I am not turned off by slow burns whatsoever. It just happened to be that this one doesn't totally work for me.
It can kind of feel like two separate movies in some ways, like because there is, and I guess too, Father Karras makes this enormous sacrifice to save this child. So I feel like that hits a lot harder when we've gotten to know him and seen how devoted he is to, even though he's going through this crisis and he's worked so hard to get his qualifications, and he could be making a lot of money as a doctor, but he's still choosing to help as a priest. And I'm always really sad when Father Merrin and him die. Like, to me, it's really devastating that they, and I think everyone is, but like I guess if we didn't, I don't know, I feel like knowing more about these characters makes the stakes a lot higher, I guess, for me. Maybe that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I just, for whatever reason, didn't feel like I did know more about them, or what I did know, like there's a different more I could know or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is what it comes down
Karis,
to.
I do really like the performance. I like the actor. And I do agree. I mean, that is bleak. I forgot that happened. I was sort of remembered it as it was happening. I was like, oh my God, like, whew, that is quite an ending.
And his relationship with Kinderman is kind of funny as well. Like they get on each other's nerves, but they kind of bounce off each other and they joke around, and they're kind of cheeky with each other as well.
Some comedic bits.
Yeah. He's got a good sense of humor, and, he's very loyal to what he does, but he also wants to help. And he's very realistic. He's like, look, I don't think I can get you an exorcism. I'm not going to I know probably about as much about it as you do, because it's just not done anymore.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Right. Exactly. So speaking of, well, we were talking about Karras as a character. That's great, because we're at this part where we talk about characters. How do we feel about the different ones in the movie? Obviously, I've already sort of expressed my opinions on Marin. I don't think he's wholly necessary, because I think it would have even been more interesting if, like, I mean, I do like them together and I like the way it plays out, but I think it could have been very interesting for Karras to have to do it on his own and like just kind of read about it and like it make it more of a challenge than like bringing in this ringer type of fellow. But then also it's kind of like the classic mentor relationship. It's Obi-Wan or Yoda or somebody coming in to help out.
Yeah.
The wise old man. But again, I would like to, maybe had that process start either sooner or needing to look into the exorcism with bringing Father Harrison or Marin.
They could have done it with exposition and just talked about his history. The bit where Father Marin says to Chris, what is her middle name? And she says Teresa. And he just looks at her with this is where I kind of fell in love with the character, when he looks at her so kindly for a few seconds and he says, what a beautiful name. Like he's trying to give her comfort and kind of feels like the cavalry's arrived. Like I don't know. I think that's my favorite part of his journey in the movie. He's kind of
nice.
And he just tells her to shut up straight away when he goes in the room, like, be quiet. He's not taking any rubbish.
I like when Father Karras is trying to he's like, let me give you some background. She's been doing this, she's been doing that. She's got like 3 different distinct personalities living inside her. And he's like, no, it's only one. And in a similar way, just sort of like presents his authority, but also
none of that matters.
Shuts Karras down. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then I really feel for the mom, for Chris. She has all the performances in this are really good, but I think she's fantastic in this movie. Reagan, of course, Linda Blair, famous for her role. She's just cute as a button in the beginning.
She's adorable.
And then really vile.
Yeah. Yep.
and plays them both very well.
Yeah. She's very sweet.
And I even like Father Dwyer, the friend of his.
I like him.
Who that guy was an actual priest at Georgetown, who'd never acted before.
And I think he turned out to be a not great guy in real life. It turned out down the track. Yeah, I think because it really ruined the character for me. I really like Father Dyer. Like he's a nice support for Father Karras. And I love that he's there. It's very fortuitous that he's there right at the end to give him his last rites. But him being so sad and crying over his friend's body, and I really like his character. And he becomes friends with Kinderman and they go see a movie. And I think, it was really
That's only in the extended edition.
Oh, you don't see them go to the movie. They're talking about going to see a movie. He's like, I've got passes. Do you want to come? And he's like,
I watched the regular edition
that
today.
bit's not in it
and
either?
it just...
Oh, okay.
No, it just ends with Dyer at the top of the stairs looking down.
Oh, wow. Okay. They don't have that conversation. I think I've only watched the extended for a long time now.
So it ends on a lot even bleaker note, I say, because it's almost a little uplifting, that ending with them like kind of joking around with the movie stuff.
Because I know when something came out was it 98 or 99? There was like the 25th anniversary. This must have been 98. And late at night, the TV commercial would come on and you'd see the logo and the fog would come and I'd have to race to the remote because I lived on my own. And I would just be trying to turn it off because I did not want that trailer playing. I'd be ready to go all the time. It was on for like weeks and it caused a bit of residual trauma. I didn't realize that bit. Okay. Yeah. Because Kinderman's I think he goes to say goodbye to the family and he's like, oh, you just missed them. And then they talk about seeing a movie. So, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That is a lot bleaker.
Much. Yeah. It's just I'm looking down the stairs. And then it's funny you said the thing about his acting with the crying with Karras at the bottom during the last rites, because this was a William Friedkin thing I cut out where he was having trouble crying because he wasn't an actor. And William Friedkin said, do you trust me? And he said, yes. And then he slapped him across the face.
Oh, God.
William Friedkin slapped Father Dyer across the face.
Well, at least he didn't shoot him, I guess. But geez,
tears.
That seems...
But it sounds like maybe that's okay in this case.
Well, in hindsight, go Billy. But I think I have to look up what he did, but I think it was really bad. And he's a priest, so I'll let you connect those dots. But
at least according to Wikipedia, in 2019, he was accused of sexually abusing a former student in the 80s.
Right.
There you go.
And it was part of a whole mass complaint thing. But he was not officially charged.
Oh, okay. So it's up in the air. All right. Well, there's that possibility.
It's just one. Usually there's a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He is also a Catholic priest, so.
Yeah. Slapping someone in the face. That's a lot.
That's a move.
Yeah. He could have just fired the
freaking-
gun and frightened him. I mean, I don't know why he had to hit him, but
He was having trouble crying, and so he asked if he
Ran out of
trusted him,
bullets,
and then
yeah.
put on his brass knuckles and uppercut him.
Like, right?
oh,
Tried to rip his dick off. What? You trust me. Just gives him a nice twist.
Was there anything like tropey or that the characters did, or any for a movie that seems like it's probably been copied a ton? And I know has been parodied a ton. I can't think of anything that seemed particularly tropey. Usually something like this, there's a lot of them, and it's because it came from this.
I think this is like the stem cell, so I don't think it can be. I think the stuff that came after it, although in the book there is a morgue attendant eating a sandwich, so we get the obligatory morgue.
That's very tropey.
Yeah, that's super tropey. It might be where the trope came from. I'm not sure, but no, I don't think it's. Can't think of anything that I kind of go, oh, we've seen that before. But I did watch it quite young, so I probably hadn't seen anything like that before.
Right.
You can't watch a movie these days without kids stabbing themselves with a crucifix.
That's right. It's just everything. Yeah. Thank God it's not.
Well, that's certainly that's a noteworthy scene. Are there any other standout scenes for you guys?
That was the one that definitely stood with me, like through that. I remember that was the scene, in middle school that was like, whoa. But other noteworthy scenes, I mean, the end, any of the actual exorcism.
Yeah. That's for sure. That's a huge part of it. All of that really comes together there. And any of the like the possession type stuff, all of the when things are flying around the room or when any of that type of stuff is happening, all looks really well moments. Too. All looks real good, and the Reagan moments are done really well.
So that
broke
was
her back to get it done, but that's a standout scene. Like of her flopping around. And obviously the head twist around,
crying for her mom. Oh yeah,
huge,
absolutely, and the vomit. Yeah, pretty much any of her possession stuff is all pretty.
The bit that scares me the most though is when Karis is talking to her. You know how they go back and forth in Latin, and she throws some French in, and she's just being really cheeky and calm, and she's just lying there looking feral. It's so disgusting and covered in snot, and he's like trying to get the recording of the voice to get evidence.
Right.
That to me is really chilling because it's just this back and forth between them. I find really that really chills me, that bit. And the other stuff's really shocking, but
backwards.
Speaking backwards is creepy.
Yeah, that's especially that's a good one because you
can
know another language, but to know how to speak backwards,
playing recording backwards to hear something, very tropey.
Yeah, because they find a note that's left at the desecration and it's written in Latin, but they say it's perfect Latin, which is rare because a lot of people kind of stumble with it because it is really hard. And they say it's like the person writing it is thinking in Latin, which Pazuzu probably would be, I guess. So yeah, it's the backwards talking there. Oh, I don't like that. People need to stop doing, and podcasts need to stop using Reagan's voice in their opening sequences because I forget it's on and then I'm like startled by it. So everyone can cut it out. Do you guys do it now that I've said that? I'm not sure.
Nope.
No. I didn't think it was in yours. I know We Hate Movies have it in their opening and I'm like, please don't do that.
All of ours are movies we've already covered and that we collectively all gave 5s to.
Okay, yes.
Which won't happen for this.
Oh, will it? No, I know it.
And did anything manage to actually fool you, or was there's no real? Well, I guess the twist would be the fact that you might expect them to defeat the demon without having to become possessed and throw himself out the window.
I was certainly surprised by that.
Yeah,
and surprised by some of Reagan's antics.
Yeah,
that's true. I think that's again one of the standout things of like the shock of the movie, and probably why it became so. One of the reasons it probably became so talked about, especially at the time in the early 70s with a young girl talking like this.
If it stands out today, Like, absolutely. It would have been
It would have caused some
crazy then.
Yeah, the bit where they
Caused
die.
Boston to make it an X rating.
Them dying was a surprise. And when Father Karras walks in and sees Father Merrin dead and Reagan's just sitting on the bed giggling, that is so sinister. Like, that is pure evil, that shot. I hate it. I love it, but I also hate it.
And the way she's kind of like leaning against the corner, she's so
she's
relaxed.
Just chilling out, like, look what I did.
Yeah,
and how did she get anyway. Yeah. I think that did shock.
That would be far too a vulgar display of power.
Yeah, in time. That voice. Yeah, I was surprised they died. I guess I wasn't expecting a happy ending, but I didn't think that both of them would have to be sacrificed in order to defeat. But I guess it's a happy ending because they did defeat Pazuzu, didn't they?
I mean, just stopped him from being in this girl for now.
Yeah, I guess he's still floating around.
And it's no longer in the priest. Like, it didn't kill Pazuzu, right? Now he's just disembodied.
No, I assume he just gets sent back to his realm
land
for a little bit until someone else opens up, uses a Ouija board.
Pazuzu world. Pazuzu all the time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Pazuzu.
Mm-hmm. So they won the battle, but not the war. Yeah.
I mean, presumably, I don't think you can
Pazuki. Pazuki? What was the... Yeah, Pazuki, right? The pizza cookie? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, Pazuki.
The Pazuzu Pazuki. All right.
I don't know what that is.
It's a pizza cookie.
Okay.
It's just a big cookie. Some restaurant we went to that had they were like, do you want to see our menu of Pazukis?
I would have lost it. Oh, yes, please. I want all of them.
What'd you just say to us?
Are you allowed to serve
I
that?
realized we're in that kind of establishment.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's just like, big cookies, like,
I'm going to make some in the face of
different-
Pazuzu. Make cookies.
Exactly.
different things. But yeah, if that restaurant was around when this movie first came out,
Yeah, they would have been
been a
line
collab.
out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's time to check in on the old Gorometer. But before we do that, we kind of talked about the scares and mostly kind of talked about how I never found it scary. What do you think's like the scariest part of this, Kate? What scares you about it? If you were to try and think of a specific
scene or a specific
or just
specific element. Okay.
Yeah, either. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
The voice. The visuals are terrible, but the voice of Pazuzu. If the voice was different, I think I might be a lot less traumatized by this movie, and it wouldn't sit with me as long as it does because I can hear that voice. Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Like the deeper, more mannish voice.
Yeah, and when she does like Denning's voice and
too.
the changing.
Yeah, right, exactly.
She does the mother's voice. Yeah, she does it all.
Why you do this to me, Demi?
Yeah, it all messes me up. All of it. The other voice is terrible, but just the demon voice, like the general Pazuzu voice, is terrifying. Yeah, and she's wheezing, and it's all a mess. Like the whole thing. Sure,
it sure is that. Brian, you don't find anything scary in it, right?
No, not particularly. If anything, it would be like the thought of the spider crawl down the stairs, like being in that situation, putting myself in that situation, noticing that happen. Yeah, that'd be terrifying, and seeing any of that for sure. But
following you around the house.
It doesn't give me like the willies or anything while I'm watching it.
Sure.
Maybe watching her follow the woman around and licking her feet or whatever you said happened. That would be terrifying.
Yeah, that might push you over into that zone, I think. Yeah.
Sam would hate that on a whole nother level, but like,
yes.
I'd be interested in you guys reading it actually, and then or listening to the audiobook's good too. It's about 10 hours, I think. I'd be keen to hear what you think. Yeah, as an aside.
Maybe we could do it as a patron episode.
Yeah.
The Study Buddy Book Club.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There we go. A new thing was born.
It's time for the gore. Fatality.
Okay, gore, like we said, it's more of a makeup special effect fest than it is a gore fest. But, well, actually, so here's our deaths. Burke Dennings, he dies, but we don't see any of it. Pushed out a window, head turned around, falls down the stairs. Suppose that's what they say. Then we have Demi's mom dies at home. She's left alone. We have Marin dies maybe of a heart attack, natural causes. He has that heart problem. So I'm guessing heart attack in there. And then Father Karras gets Pazuzu in him. Then Pazookies himself out the window and down the stairs. And Reagan has various wounds, cuts on her face, the cut that we get on her leg, the bloody crucifix when she's stabbing herself masturbating.
Yeah, that's probably the most bloody of stuff. And when you get the squirt out of the
when she gets her
vein.
arthroscope. Yeah.
But that's most of the stuff comes from Reagan, the blood and the grossness out of it. And
I mean, Chris gets blood on her face in that scene as well.
That's true.
That's actually more, to me, that was more confronting to see than the actual crucifix. The crucifix was terrible, but when she does that to her mum, it's like, no, I don't ever want to think about that scene ever again. And the pea soup as well, got the vomit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Fluids.
Fluid.
Gooey.
He's got
very
fluids. Intensity. I don't think it's, it's not intense in the sense that it's like a lot of like gore and viscera and all that kind of stuff flying around. What's intense out of it, especially with the crucifix scene, is the subject matter of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I was thinking a 3.
Yeah, I could go that. I could see people thinking it's higher as well.
If it was more frequent, it would be higher. If it's relatively sporadic, so I think that drops it because it's not as
totally.
The consistency is definitely lower on it, but the intensity, I'd say I'd give it a 3.5. Just that's my opinion.
I'd probably give it a
intensity.
4. Yeah, 3.5.
Okay,
you said 4.
Yeah, I think a 4.
I'll make it a 3.5 then.
Sorry,
it works out. Makes it
that's
easy.
a good average between those
good.
3.
Okay.
Yeah. And the consistency,
Brian gave it a 3.5 because that is his opinion. Sorry. It's just like funny.
We're not saying anything.
I'm going to give it a 3.5 because that is what I think it is.
Now, consistency, I'm going to give someone else's opinion.
Excellent. Ross wrote in.
I think it's right. I think it's low. I think like a 1.5 to a 2 at most.
Yeah, I'd go 1.5. Yeah. No, I think 2. I think I like your 2. Actually, I'll go a little higher because it is.
It's not my 2.
Oh, right. It's somebody else's 2. What do you think, Kate?
I'd say I'm going to go with 2. Yeah, because even though the possession stuff doesn't really kick in till later, the medical stuff's there. So
right. Yeah, exactly. So that gives it a 5.5, which I think feels kind of right. It's just over halfway of just over medium. And I think the intensity is really what brings it there. So I feel fine about that.
I agree. And that is my opinion.
All right, we've made it to the climax of the movie. So climax would be, I kind of picked it up from, so they're doing the exorcism, right? And it's really cold in there and they have to take a break. We have the whole power of Christ compels you. That goes on a bit long for my taste, I will say.
It gets awkward the amount of times they're saying it. It's like they don't know when to stop. Yeah, it does get a bit weird.
I kind of like that.
Do you?
Let's just keep saying it till something happens.
I kind of wanted it to be going longer. Go for
Do
it.
a loop of like 3 hours and see when people duck out of the movie and just.
I wonder if that's on YouTube yet. 10 hours of the power of Christ compels you.
Sure. Yeah, it's got to be, right? If not, it will be.
That's how we're going to make our money.
They get her down, then they go out in the hall, just sort of hang out. Karras goes back in to check on her. Then Marin comes back in. Karras goes back out. Marin dies. And that's when Karras finds Reagan sitting on the bed, giggling about it. That's when he attacks her, says, "Put the demon into me." the medallion, the little protection medallion gets ripped off him. And that's when Pazuzu jumps in. We see his face flash Pazuzu-y for a second, then it goes away. So we know he's in control when he hurls himself out the window and down the stairs. Reagan seems fine now. She's crying for her mom. And the crowd gathers at Karras at the bottom of the stairs. Father Dyer finds him, has him do his last rites, his confession, and we just get little hand motions for responses. I did like that, the hand moving to answer the questions. And Karras dies. Now, sort of a prologue. We get Reagan's fine. They're going back to LA, I would guess. Father Dyer came to say bye to Chris. Reagan gives her a kiss. Then Father Dyer goes to the top of the stairs. Tubular Bells starts, end of movie. Unless you're watching the extended cut, in which the detective shows up and he's like, hey, oh, they left already? I like movies. Do you like movies? Should we go to the movies?
Remember that thing from before that he did with the priest? Yeah. This guy really wants to go to movies with priests.
I got free passes. Yeah.
But, essentially it's the exorcism, Karras getting possessed, jumping out. That's the climax. We've already talked about how bleak it is. I think it's a really, really strong ending. I really love the fact that the priest kills himself to win. Kind of.
I think in the end, Pazuzu does also win. I think Pazuzu is happy causing misery whatever way it can.
Sure. Pazuzu does win. You're right. He got Karras
he's
to throw himself out a window.
I think Pazuzu half knew that Karras might do that. So it's like, oh, if I possess him, I'll get someone to kill themselves over me. So
sure.
Win-win.
As he was tumbling down the stairs. What was that?
Oh, Pazuzu knew which buttons to press with Karras to really push him to the brink. So I think that
kept bringing up his mom.
Its aim, and they achieved that objective. Even though they got cast out, they really did kind of win, I guess. Yeah.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Didn't even mention that. Another famous line.
Yep.
Very.
I like to think that as Karras was tumbling down the steps, Pazuzu was like, "Oh, people!"
You gotta. If it was being recorded, you could have reversed his screams, and it would have been.
That's what it was saying.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Speaking of those steps, the ones in Georgetown, they were padded with a 1/2-inch thick rubber to film the death of Father Karras. The stuntman Chuck Waters threw himself down the flight of stairs twice.
Jesus.
Waters had a bag full of fake blood with a small cut hidden underneath his sweater so that every time he turned over, blood would come out. Georgetown University students charged people around $5 each to watch the stunt from the rooftops.
1/2 inch does not seem sufficient to me.
No, it does not.
Not at
wanting
all.
Actual foam steps. And
yeah, those are like...
They don't even wash the blood off it. There's still blood at the end. It's like, oh shit, that's, that's in the extended thing, but he's walking around looking at it. It's like just blood everywhere.
They didn't wash Burke's blood off it. When the detective first visits the steps earlier in the movie, we see some blood on it.
Multiple blood stains. Oh God, yeah.
Rain will come eventually.
Grab a hose, someone. Yeah. There's going to be more later. We'll just leave it and clean it up at the end. Yeah. But, 1/2 inch is way, way not enough.
That's insane for some real ass stairs too.
And they're very, very steep stairs. Oh, God.
Gotta admire the stuntmen. They do
twice.
not get enough credit. And women.
Yeah, they are very, very important. Well done.
Thank you. So another behind the scenes thing here at the end, due to the exorcism scenes during them, that they wanted the breath scene. So to accomplish this, the bedroom set was refrigerated with 4 air conditioners with the temperature. So the temperature would plunge below 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which I believe is below 0 Celsius, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because the freezing point. Because filming was done in New York end of summer 1972, the air conditioners had to work hard through the night to get the temperature at the desired level in the morning. It was so cold that perspiration would freeze on some of the cast and crew, and on one occasion there was so much moisture in the air that it resulted in a thin layer of snow falling on the set before the crew arrived for filming. They could usually film for only 30 minutes at a time because the hot studio lights would heat the room back up and make their breath disappear, so they'd have to wait for it to cool again.
That's wild. I mean,
yeah.
It
you
works.
can
Nowadays
see that
it'd
they're
just
really
be
cold.
CG breath.
CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's real breath. You can see they're really cold.
Yeah.
I love that just the more possessed she becomes, the colder the room gets.
Yeah, and the
It's
window
very-
keeps being open. I wonder why. Just going on her little adventures at night.
It's a draft. Drafts are just like magic carpets for bacteria or whatever.
That's it,
the
yeah.
detective says.
A cool draft in the summer.
I wish I knew that about the window. I wish I knew that she was going out and going on these adventures. That sounds so interesting. Just having a little bit of that.
Yeah, imagine
as to
running
why the
into her
window's
at
open.
night in the dark alley. That'd be fun. Oh, yeah, no. I can do
Look at this
without
little
that.
thing.
Yeah. And at that time we hadn't seen her look too possessed yet. But I assume she would on her excursions.
That's why.
You know,
That's how she keeps getting so messed up.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. How do you think she gets all these cuts on her face? She's breaking into buildings and desecrating things. So, climax works for you? I mean, I think we all pretty much said it does. I think the climax is very strong. I think the post-credit is actually stronger in the theatrical cut than the extended. I like the ending with Dyer just looking down the steps and not the detective showing back up.
I'd completely forgotten that was the ending. You're right. That is a lot more bleak, and I kind of like that.
Otherwise, I think I do prefer the extended. I like the other extra bits, especially the spider walk, of course.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and her
For sure.
when she's really giving it to the doctor, and they're trying to do the tests and things, and she's like yelling at the doctor. I think that's a bit more extended as well. When she.
Yes.
They're trying to and the nurse is looking at her like, what the fuck? It's like, what's going on with this child? Yeah. No thanks.
So in the end, before we get to extra credit, what did we learn about possession? If anything, I learned that if the devil's got you possessed, science can't help. The church.
I learned this is a pro-church movie. Anybody who says
I first watched
like,
it in Sunday school,
protests.
you know?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. They're like, this is why you say your prayers.
I've learnt not to play with Ouija boards.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, don't play with
Ouija
Ouija
I think that's a
boards.
big one people got out of this.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I always forget that it was a Ouija board that essentially.
Yeah, I was
started it
reminded
all.
as well.
Which I like. I like that aspect of, I just found this thing hanging out. in this
Yeah, I've just been
house we're
chatting
in,
to
you
this
know?
spirit captain.
Captain Howdy or whatever.
Yeah.
Captain Howdy.
Yeah.
But you don't have to, Ouija boards were actually just a Milton Bradley creation. So
Yeah.
don't worry about them too much.
No.
Extra credit. How would we survive? How many are sacrificed? So a loved one is possessed. Yeah. I don't know.
Safety numbers. I wouldn't be going in the room alone. The only people who die from her are the ones that go in alone.
Oh, they're in there alone with her.
You gotta
That's very true.
have a few people with you, like safety people. Yeah, 2 or 3 people
Easy
at a time.
peasy.
Yeah, or just
Nailed it.
quit your job, unless you're a family member, in which case you have to stay. But yeah, don't be alone with the demon.
Good rule.
Buddy system.
Yeah,
We beat it with the buddy system.
study
Nice.
buddies. Yeah.
Hey.
See, it's all linked.
All right. Let's do our hero level for this 1 through 10. Bridget?
That's leftover. Sorry, I didn't change that.
I was like very confused here. What did
Who would you say is the hero? Karis? Or Chris? Or both?
Are we limited to one hero, or we have to pick one, or can we?
Well, typically we do just for,
okay.
the rating.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think Karis.
I think yeah, he's the one that
Yeah, he's the one who
ultimately, I think-
sacrifices
He's the
himself.
glue of the
so-
situation. He brings everyone together, and he makes it happen. He
Mhm.
he catalyzes the exorcism happening.
That's true too. So the tenacity. I mean, he's pretty tenacious to the end. is willing to take on a demon and sacrifice himself to.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does a lot of research.
I guess.
He gets linguists involved. Yeah. He's got doctor's reports because he's a doctor himself. So he's looking at doctor's files. He's kind of putting all the pieces together, and he's protective of Chris. He's trying to protect her from police action. I'm
going to give him a 4
out of 5. Is it?
Because that's my opinion.
For tenacity, yeah, right. 4 out of 5 is what you're giving him. Yeah, I'd say 3.5.
I'm going to go 4 because he does waver at the start and isn't really super into the whole concept. And then he doubles down and really goes for it.
Mm-hmm. All right, 3.75 we'll call it. Iconography, I mean, it's just a priest. And unless you can put his face on you, it'd be kind of hard to...
Gosh, he would have to be with her to understand that it's presumably Father Karras from The Exorcist, unless...
Covered in soup?
Yeah, I was going to say you'd have to be covered in pea soup.
Some green soup on
yeah.
Would do it.
Great minds think alike.
I think that adds a little bit. Pea soup covered Karras.
I think a lot of people would guess it then. Yeah. If you had dark hair and green soup on you,
that's definitely
that'd be the way to do it.
Hmm.
So what do we think?
3.
2.5.
Oh, I was thinking 2.5 as well. We'll call it 2.75.
All right.
6.5 total.
Okay.
Pretty good. And then, so villain level, I put Pazuzu / Reagan because because for the iconography part, the physical embodiment of Pazuzu is Reagan.
Yeah.
Reagan's form. Yeah, that makes sense.
But then the power level is Pazuzu. Pretty powerful, can make stuff fly around the room, can turn guys' necks around, can take little girls out into the night to commit crimes.
About town, desecrating various things.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, she throws her mum across the room.
As far as we know, unkillable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd give it around a 4.
I was thinking 4 as well.
Yeah, 4 for me too.
The iconography is very high.
Yeah, I think Reagan, you do that makeup with, hair in a nightgown, done. I'd give it a 5.
I would agree. Most people are recognizing that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that gives it a 9 total for Pazuzu Reagan, which ultimately does defeat Father Karras in the end.
Yep. So it works.
Yeah.
System works. Should The Exorcist have a sequel? And what would your sequel be?
Honestly, I've only seen this one. I know there's a bunch of sequels and I'm kind of curious about them now. Which is funny because I said how possession movies don't really do it for me, but now I am on the liking it side of this more so than I was before covering it. So I am interested in seeing the other ones, but I would actually say no, it shouldn't have a sequel, especially because of the way it ends on that bleak note. Like, just let it be that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'd agree with that. I think it deserves a sequel. I think it's good enough to have a sequel. I don't think it needs a sequel. So I agree with that aspect. And then my sequel, would be like some weird, Pazuzu in Vegas possesses someone in like Vegas and goes out and like does debauchery in Sin City.
Nice.
There you go.
Pazuzu in the International Space Station.
That's the 4th one.
Pazuzu goes to Hollywood, follows Chris and Reagan to Hollywood. Yeah, I think it would have been fine as a standalone. Actually, it is to me, it's a perfect, like it's one of the Mount Rushmores of horror. But I think, I mean, I like the sequels. 2's a one and done for me. Like it's not great. 3 I really like. And I really liked Exorcist Believer. It's not a sequel, but it's in that universe, I guess. And I really liked it. I guess some people judged it as like compared it to The Exorcist, which I think is incredibly unfair. And I don't. I just see it as a separate movie. Yeah. And for that reason, I really liked it. I thought the performances were great. And it's pretty creepy, fun to watch.
Yeah. I have heard good things about the 3rd one.
Very creepy. Also, the 3rd one. It's good.
What prop do we want for the study hall?
I don't want the crucifix.
Certainly not.
No.
Maybe like a Georgetown University sweatshirt or jacket.
I think we could just get that.
Her little clay figure that she makes, the bird figure. That
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
The
Or
Ouija
the little
board.
figure
Ouija
that
board,
he
yeah.
finds.
Yeah, because he takes a little scraping from one of her pottery figures because he knows that it was found. I think it was found under Denning's fingers or something around him. So he thinks there's a connection because he's sort of piecing it together.
In the book, right?
Yeah, yeah. And they're trying to kind of keep him at bay because he's putting it together and, you know.
I'll take the desecrated statue.
Yeah, yeah.
Just put that over in the corner somewhere.
Put it in the garden, you know, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
Statue.
Little
Big Pazuzu
centerpiece.
statue.
Fountain.
Oh, yeah. The Pazuzu statue.
Yeah. The Ouija board
Good.
would be cool.
I think these are all good. Oh, maybe the little, protective medallion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's nice to have. Yeah, and it would protect you.
It seems
That's why I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. At the midnight showing, what are you throwing? You're having a rollicking good time at the Exorcist.
Soup.
Oh, peas. You could just throw peas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Easier to clean up than pea soup.
Yeah,
and then you can eat them.
Yeah. Reagan steals a choc chip cookie at one point out of the cookie jar. I could just throw cookies.
Oh, that's good.
Then you have a tasty
blood.
snack.
You could just get a little squirt gun of blood that you just kind of when she's getting to her arterial
Ooh,
graph.
yeah.
Holy water, crucifixes, bring in a fog machine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lots of fog would be good.
Or no, just everybody brings a vape, and at that part, everybody just takes a big, just blows a fat cloud.
Oh, bet. Dead ass.
And what is the concession vessel for this movie? Reagan's head, and it's holding pea soup.
With a ladle.
Oh my God. Can I get the pea
The
soup,
movie theater
please?
soup.
Imagine eating soup in the movie theater. Oh, it's diabolical.
That's a power move.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you could have a Ouija board tray.
Oh, yeah.
And on it, you could have a little cup of her head with soup in it. And then you could have like a little thing of popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a water pistol full of melted butter to spray onto the popcorn because, you know, in honor of our director who likes to shoot at people.
This gun.
Yeah.
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 Like,
I
why
think
is there a gun with this?
I want to try.
Well, the director
was a
you
jerk.
get to learn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I think that's great.
I only want your fingers.
Should we all, cut our fingers open and bleed on it?
Can you wrap your fingers around this?
I'll take a Voorhees burger and a side of Jason's bacon.
Show them.
On this show, we use a grading scale, 0 to 5 points. Each point represents a different quality about a movie. These ratings are intended to be subjective on how we feel about a movie, not if the movie is objectively good or bad. And I would like to start with my main man, Brian.
I am going to go ahead and start it off with engaging and give that a 0.5. Because I was really wavering between that and a 0.75 because there is so much that I just lose interest in the first half of the movie. I feel like, and then the second half, I'm very engaged in a lot of that, and there's little spurts of stuff. So it's I was up and down on that one. Sticky, I will probably give a 0.75 to. Because for the life of me, I still can never remember that it's a Ouija board. There's these little things that doesn't necessarily stick with me about it, but a lot of the aspects, I mean, the things that really do stick have stayed there. All the stuff with Reagan, I pretty much remembered, well, I guess Pazuzu Reagan, remembered a lot of those scenes and everything that.
Of course,
I remember the idea of all the scientific testing and that certainly has stuck with me and I've thought about. Stuffable, I'll probably have to give it a 0.75 to be generous because I think there's a lot of cool stuff to it, but I don't have a lot of Exorcist stuff or necessarily want a lot of Exorcist stuff. But I think a Pazuzu statue would be cool, a Reagan action figure. There's a lot of cool imagery from it that's certainly nice. Cockles, I'll also give it a 0.75 because, well, it's I like the feeling that it almost I do. It's a confusing feeling, but I like what it's trying to do, and I think I empathize with some aspect to that, and I think my don't know how to explain it properly. The cockles are there, but my engagement is so down. But it's not necessarily due to cockles. It's due to some other weird thing going on there. Anyway, rewatchable. I'll give it a 0.5 as well. I think it is a highly rewatchable movie, but it's not one I'm always itching to rewatch. And that gives it a 3.25, which feels low just for the fact that it feels like it's such this like, big important movie. But I think that's good for now.
Sure. And did you watch it twice for this or once?
Just the once.
Okay.
But I'd seen it within the past a year or two.
Oh, had you? All right. Because I found myself enjoying a lot more on the second watch than on the first watch, which surprised me.
Like the cockles goes into like, I enjoyed like the visual aspect, a lot of that stuff to it, but like it obviously doesn't get the full one. I don't think it fully went there because of the engagement being so low to me. I could see myself like, as much as I enjoyed the shots and what I was looking at, I just found my mind wandering, I guess.
Sure.
And there was something more I wanted.
The opening 10 minutes in Iraq, looks great, really well shot, great vibes. Don't care, get lost, start thinking of other things.
There's some pretty lengthy gaps.
So it kind of works for cockles and takes away from engaging. So I get what you're saying, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Okay. Engaging, I'm going to be generous and give the 0.75. I could probably go the 0.5 route like Brian, but if I can give a movie a higher score, I will. And it's just all the same points we've made. First half of the movie, it's just hard to get me into. But I will say, on the rewatch, I was more into the first half of the movie than I was on my first watch.
Sure.
Sticky, I'm going to give a 0.52. There's very little I remembered. Granted, it had been probably nearly 30 years since I'd seen it. And a lot of it you kind of know through cultural references. I doubt I'm going to be thinking of it much because the possession aspect doesn't bother me. And I'm sure I'll remember a bit more, but 0.5 just feels right to me. I'm going to go 0.75 for Stuffable as well. Just like Brian, even though don't love it, there's some cool stuff. There'd be some interesting design pieces to get. Even actually just the classic poster. It just looks nice. Again, we said it was quick in the movie, but it's a great shot. Cockles, I think I'm going to be like Brian and also give the 0.75, even though it's tough. I feel like it's one of those things I like looking at it, but I can easily fall asleep to it. So that's kind of where the struggle comes in. And then rewatchable, I'm going to give a 0.5 too, because I'm not particularly interested in watching this again. But unlike when I watched it all those years ago, I will certainly revisit it before another 30 years go by. And that gives me a 3.25 as well, which same thing as Brian, feels a little low, but I'm fine to leave it there.
We did get something from Ross. Do you want me to read that?
I would love that.
Awesome. Engaging is going to get a 1. I'm engaged every time I watch this movie, and the longer the movie goes, the more I'm sucked into it. Sticky is also going to get a 1. It has hands down some of the most memorable scenes in horror, and even as a younger viewer, I knew what I was watching was going to stay with me, and it has. My wife also commented that the crucifix scene was right up her alley, but I'm not sure what that means. Stuffable is also a 1. I've got t-shirts and other items from this film. Currently on the prowl for a Pazuzu desk-size statue. Also for promotional items for this film, Campbell's Soup should do a limited edition Reagan Captain Howdy Split Pea Possession Special Blend.
Yummy.
Fun.
Yuck.
Yeah. Cockles. So this movie does rock my cockles in hell. See what I did there? What? No, I don't. Cockles. So this movie does rock
cockles
my
in
cockles.
Ah. Thank you, Kate.
Legend.
Kate saw what you did there, and
Ross,
she
not me.
informed us. That'd be so funny. We probably would have never got it if you weren't here. The book really makes you guess if the possession is real or not, but the film treats a possession like a rot, something that starts off small and then festers into something undeniable. And having it happen to a little girl just brings that dread to a boiling point. Rewatchable. Now, this is where I'm having a juggling act with a 0.75 and a 1. I watch this every October like clockwork, but I don't have the urge to watch it more than that. It could be that
Why,
subject
the
matter,
urge to watch it more than once a year? Come on, Ross.
It's a funny one. Or the fact that I fucking hate peas, but I feel like one watch a year is good for me. So I'll reach for my planchette and ask Howdy how to score this. All it's saying is, it's a wonderful day. I'll take that as a 1. So this movie is a 5 for me. The Dick Smith makeup is horrifying, and this was one of the first movies I watched at a young age that actually involved a kid being attacked, possessed, and that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. What board games was I going to play and have an ancient entity try to take over my body? I can only imagine what the Monopoly monster would be. Tonight I'll be brushing my teeth with holy water and taking a crucifix suppository. Thanks, Ross.
Oh, good.
So he gives it a 5 out of 5 from Ross.
Yay.
5 out of 5 from Ross. Excellent.
All right, Kate, it's your turn.
Kate, it's your turn. Engaging.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 1 for engaging because I am in the group of people who do consider this to be a perfect movie. I love the pacing. I love the characters. I think even the first time I watched it, I was completely drawn in because I had the fear attached to it, I guess, where I'd been told it was off limits. So I was really like invested. And I think the way that it affected me so much, because I was at a slumber party. I didn't have my daddy there to protect me and to make it all better. So I was really, really scared. So I'm always engaged and from start to finish because I really love the build up and I love the characters and the performances. Sticky, I mean, I have to go with a 1 as well because I can picture her face. I can hear that voice. And I'm always just kind of revisiting it in my mind. So yeah, a lot of the imagery really does stick with me. And
never left you.
Yeah, no, it's always in there. It takes up a lot of real estate in my brain. Stuffable is a 1 as well. I have 2 paintings from this movie and also I have a signed picture of the post, like a small poster signed by Linda Blair, which was given as a gift.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. None of them are on prominent display in my house for obvious reasons that we have previously discussed because I don't want to walk past them, but I do love them. And yeah, so I think for 1 there. Cockles, 1. I love it. I love the characters. I really enjoy watching this with people as well and seeing, like my best friend Sarah, she's seen it once and she will never watch it again. She's so terrified of this movie. And I was proudly the person who watched it with. And it was quite joyful.
Who did that to her?
Oh, yeah. She doesn't even like to talk about it, actually. She will not be listening to this episode. I will warn her against it. And rewatchable is 1. Anytime it's on, I've seen it twice in the last few years at the cinema because they show it at Halloween usually. Took Patrick and his friend. That was an experience because I kind of forgot some of the not forgot, but like it didn't occur to me that, oh, well, you're going to be sitting there with them watching this stuff. And that was, but they really liked it. They enjoyed it. And his friend's studying archaeology, so he liked that part as well. But yeah, well, I'll put it on. Like, I just have to time my watching for when I'm not going to be scared to death by it. Like if I have to go out and come home at night to an empty house, I'm not going to be watching it in like at least a few weeks before then, but I probably watch it a few times a year. So it's a 5 for me as well.
Excellent.
Very nice.
I think I saw that coming.
Oh, yeah. Big shock.
All right. What do our study buddies have to say?
T-Boo says, The Exorcist is a classic that many, if not most, hold in a very high regard. It was a boundary-pushing son of a bitch when it came out and has influenced damn near every horror filmmaker and fan. That being said, it's never hit for me. That's not to say I can't enjoy watching it, but it wouldn't be in the top of my 100 horror movies. I give it a B-.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, big dog. Thanks, T-Boo. Then we have Dave from Journey with a Cinephile. He said, it's a near perfect film for me, not a wasted scene. Even ones that don't seem important have something in it to help develop or set something up. one of my top 5 films of all time. It's a 10, A+.
Yay.
There you go. Sorthim Blake, as Sam wrote.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That'd be the Sorthim
Fat-fingered.
collector himself. The Exorcist does everything perfectly, from capturing the essence of the source material to casting, from cinematography to directing, and everything in between. Every performance is outstanding. It is a masterclass in pacing, building the perfect amount of tension while letting you get to know and care about all of the characters up until its final gripping crescendo. It is not only one of the absolute best horror films ever made, it is one of the best films of any category ever made. I love it and will continue watching it a couple times a year for as long as I'm able to. It is perfect. 5 out of 5. If you don't agree, your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Our poor mothers.
Our poor mothers.
Or the
gonna have
other
a-
version, your mother darns socks in hell from RuPaul's Drag Race. You could say that too. Darns,
My mother what?
darns socks in hell. It's just a little bit more friendly.
Certainly. That would be fun to watch the TV cut of this just to hear like what they changed for Reagan.
It's 5 minutes long.
What she says. Yeah, right.
Your
She's
mother
just cut
reads
from the
books
film.
in hell. Well, that's good. Hey, you don't know my mom. She's having a great time down there.
Hey, Brian,
All right.
I got a question.
Yes, Sam.
Oh, I heard a crazy saying I had never heard before. This lady was talking about her bad luck, and she said, I could fall into a barrel full of cocks. I'd come out sucking my thumb.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God. I love that.
I was like, whoa.
I don't even know what it means.
It's her luck.
She's got bad luck. Oh, that's great.
I guess, yeah.
So she wanted
in
to
this
be
situation, sucking a cock is desirable. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Sure, go for it. I'm sorry, your thumb was the one in your mouth. How does
Mother
it work?
could fall into
That's a
hell. She'd come
3.8.
out sucking her thumb.
3.8. That gives it a B in the old student scale.
Okay.
That sits it in other category of a lot of 3.8s. I'm not going to go through everything, but we have things like Silent Night, Deadly Night is a 3.8. Creep Show is a 3.8. Invasion of the Body Snatchers is a 3.8. It from 2017, that also got the 3.8. Same things with Low Lives, Mother, and Club Dread. These are all sitting in the B club.
Mother.
Not a bad club.
Great. Well, unfortunately, The Exorcist does not get to go on the honor roll or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not in the honor
It's
roll.
not over
but-
4.
I
So,
tried.
Maybe later.
Well, unfortunately, your score doesn't go into it. With your
Yeah.
average, I'm sure it probably would have kicked it up just enough.
Oh, yeah. I would have gotten it over.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I still love you guys.
You never know. Brian and I might.
Oh, thank God.
You're going to
bars
go
up
read
later.
the book and then you're going to come back and go, do you know what? This is actually a 5.
I get it now.
Yeah.
I hope so. That'd be great.
But if you don't, I fully understand.
Yeah. Well, for the Study Buddy Book Club.
Well, that does it. We did it. That was The Exorcist. It's a big one.
Yeah. Big episode.
Yep. That concludes the episode of Students of Horror. Thank you. If you made it this far into the episode, thank you so much for sticking with us. If you want to stay connected with us, you can follow us at Students of Horror on Instagram and Threads. If you want to see Ross's killer tattoo work, follow at Ross Purvis on Instagram. You can follow me at Chettle the Sam and Brian at Birdwitch, bird with a Y, witch with an I, on Letterboxd if you want to see what we're watching. Want to see what lists I'm making. And
Thank you to our guest.
thank you to our guest.
Thanks for, yeah.
Kate, thank you for being here. I'm so glad we had someone knowledgeable on the book and someone that loved the movie with us. I feel like it's been a long time coming. This way we actually get to hang, and not just, through text, I suppose, in the Discord. But once again, why don't you plug your shows real quick before we head out?
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having me. I loved it. And yeah, your Discord is a place of real joy. So anyone out there who's not yet joined the Discord, you should definitely come and join us all because it's a really positive, loving space where we talk about things we really enjoy, and it's lots of fun. So I'm at Why We Love with Justin and Kate at Pop Culture Reflections podcast and Pizza Bones True Crime. And they're both found on the You Run podcast network, or you can find us on Instagram. My Instagram is Kate from Down Under, all one word. Recently changed it because I kept forgetting what my Instagram name was. And I have been given the name of Kate from Down Under. I did not come up with that myself, but it is accurate. So I went with it. And I look forward to hearing the episode, and I really had fun. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah. We'll definitely have you back again.
Yeah, thanks.
If you want.
Oh, yeah. I had a good time.
Awesome. And if you want to fang out with us and fellow members of the study group, join us on Discord and become part of the community. There's a link to all that gooey goodness in the show description below.
And until next time, maybe you're not just troubled. Maybe you need an exorcist. Call the church.
The church.